All right, welcome back, everybody. We are picking up the second session in the adventure Frozen Sick. Um, Last session, our adventurers were asked to investigate a strange disease that has seemed to affected a couple of people in Palebank Village, as well as what led to the death of the famed explorer Ergon Winth. The characters discovered in their adventure a few acts of larceny, some thievery, and a group of bandits that have been operating within the town. When going to confront one of their leaders, battle ensued, and it was a fight to the death, leaving one of the characters needing to be revived. And we're going to pick up from that moment and continue the adventure. So here we go. As the party gathers themselves, Crimson being aided to his feet by the elven cleric who just revived him, Elro approaches. Well, I guess you had no better luck getting Tuli to talk than I did. Nevertheless, we have a lead now, Croaker Cave. The young cleric examining Crimson's wound, about to cast healing magic into him, is suddenly interrupted as an alarm sounds in the village. A patrol of glass blades come running up to the group. Trolls! Trolls nearing the southern pass, Lord Elro. He turns quickly to the priest and says, Save that. We may need it elsewhere. He nods to the glass blades and tells the healer to follow him. Brug moves as if he's to follow as well when Elro holds up his hand. No, friend, not this night. You all have done enough. Besides, I need you to get to Croaker Cave in the morning and learn what you can. Tonight, get rest at the end. You all look like you need it. And with that, Elro and the glass blades and the cleric that has just saved Crimson's life rush off into the night. So the party starts to make its way from the outskirts of town into the center of Palebank, where the inn is located. As you all approach the Jolly Dwarf, the only inn/tavern in the small village of Palebank, you see a few more people out in front of the place, readying torches and arms in haste, as they rush towards the southern gates. You enter the inn, greeted by Ari Bortok, a gray-haired, smiling dwarf and proprietor of the Jolly Dwarf. "Ho there, fellas. You look like you've had a time of it. What can old Ari do for you?" Degas elegantly responds, "A warm meal and some rooms for the night, Master Dwarf, would serve us well." The old dwarf nods to a table near the hearth. "Grab you some seats. I'll have some stew brought to you right quick. As far as rooms go, they're all took up. But no worries. If you're needing to sleep it off, grab you a booth. I'll be sure you're not bothered." The inn is warm and fairly empty as a good number of glass blades had abruptly ran out to answer the alarm. A few locals sit at the bar tending their flagons, as a couple of aspiring performers do their best at playing some lively music on a flute and lyre, keeping their main audience of two twin girls, roughly about 5 years of age, dancing merrily to the music. When the song ends, the girls go back to a table where presumably sits their parents, as one of them reaches up to her mother, where she's picked up and begun to be rocked, tired from her exploits in the late hour. The girl's father, occupied with a surly dwarf trapper, who seems to be haggling over the price of some wares. He appears to be a traveling merchant of some sort, as he pulls different items out of a bag and then returning them back into the bag before settling on an item where him and the dwarf continue to argue. Soon, a plump older dwarven woman brings you all 3 hearty bowls of fish stew and places them in front of you. Brug sloppily begins spooning heaps of stew into his mouth. Dagus much more efficiently and with a bit more etiquette. Crimson sits, his bowl untouched, unmoving. Suddenly at your side, you hear a small child's voice. "You real fuzzy bear!" As you turn to see one of the twins at the edge of your table. She's holding a small plush teddy bear, showing it to Broog with childlike enthusiasm. Daddy got me Fuzzy Bear so I won't be afraid in the dark. He protects me. Do you protect people too? Broog, about to say something, excuse me, is interrupted. For at that moment, the mother of the child, just realizing her other daughter was not near, but standing at the feet of a large goblinkin. Mara, she exclaims as she dashes across, grabbing the child by the hand and pulling her behind her, eyes wide with fear. Mommy, it's a real fuzzy bear. What's wrong? The child exclaimed, holding her doll high as if to show her mother. Her mother hurriedly takes her back to their table. The surly dwarf trapper that was negotiating with the father, seeing this exchange, approaches boldly. There you go, causing trouble and scaring good folk. Ain't you got a hole you need to be crawling into? Broog, still feeling a little saddened by the mother's reaction, just somberly replies to the dwarf. Yes, Broog has hole to crawl into tomorrow morning. Ari, overhearing this, chides the dwarf. Hey now, you know as well as I do Errol's boy ain't gonna do no harm. You leave him be. Making sure to say this loud enough that the merchant family hears this. The surly trapper mumbles as he walks away. Elroy's boy indeed, as he spits on the floor to show his distaste. As he walks out of the tavern, and the family quickly up to their room, the tap room is now empty except the three of you. Brug asks Crimson, are you going to eat his stew? To which there's still no response. The Aeromatron has entered his rest. Dagus looks to Broog, stating, I think it's safe to say you can have it. In which Broog hastily takes the bowl of stew and sloppily begins to devour it as well. The rest of the night is uneventful. The musicians pack up and leave. Dagus later goes into his reverie, similar to Crimson's rest. Broog snores loudly, drooling. Nobody notices the tiny mote of light that buzzes out from under Crimson's cloak. The tiny fairy buzzes around all of you curiously, before finally flying back into the odd, honeycomb-like hair, for lack of a better term, that Crimson wears under his cowl. And everybody receives a long rest. Early that next morning, just before dawn, well, I imagine your long rest is only 4 hours, right, Douglas? Okay. And Crimson, yours is 6?
Mine is unnecessary.
No, you still need to rest, dude. You better look it up.
Right, but I don't
Sentry.
sleep.
No, you don't sleep. But you're like still in like a, I guess the best way to describe it would be in a like a reset mode.
In order to get like my long
You can
rest
still
stuff back, I
see,
have to
you
have
can
8
still
hours.
hear. You don't move.
Yeah.
You're like in
sleep mode.
A sleep mode, yeah, exactly. But it takes like 6 hours, I believe.
8, but yeah.
Are you sure? I think it's less.
Nope, it takes the full 8.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, with Dagas only having to be in reverie, half the time is we need our rest. You come out of your reverie a few hours before dawn, fully rested, replenished. You may start wanting to prepare your paladin prayers or whatnot, but go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That's just Crimson, right?
No, you.
Oh, me. Okay. 17.
just as you're coming out of your trance, out of the corner of your eye, you can see this little mote of light bouncing around your table. And then it's as if like a fly notices suddenly that something notices it. It zips past the table and up into Crimson's cow.
Okay. Have I been traveling along with Crimson long enough to know that that's normal or abnormal?
Well, seeing as you guys just really met yesterday at Ergon's funeral, you have no idea.
Okay.
You're not even sure what exactly that was.
Yeah. Well, I'd shake Crimson, and say, hey, I just saw the oddest thing. There was a little light dot bug kind of thing, and it spun around the table and then, or like flew around the table and then flew up into under your cow.
It's just
Okay,
some
Crimson,
fairies.
still being in rest mode, does not acknowledge.
Okay.
Unless you want to, JD. I mean, I figured you need your full 8 to get the benefits. Just Dogus is up earlier because he only requires half of the time we need.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
Dogus, do you wish to do any more investigating?
Well, I get up and I start looking to see if there's any other lights in the room that are like that.
Nope, it's just a dim tap room with the hearth being burnt low. So some embers still in it, but
How far along into? So it's been at least 4 hours. So, and I noticed it as I was kind of coming out of my own trance. Not knowing Crimson well enough and not knowing what that is, I would try to wake him and explain to him what just transpired.
Okay.
I wouldn't sit there and go, oh, I'll just wait 4 hours and kind of let him come out of his. I wouldn't know that, so I would kind of like.
You don't want to like maybe pull his cowl back and see if the little thing's still under there, or you want like that's a thought.
Okay, well, how about I do that then? I pull his cowl back, seeing it as if I was like going to wake him, but also keeping an eye out to see if that little white light was still buzzing around his cowl.
Okay. As you gently pull his cowl back to see if the little firefly or whatever it is you just saw is still in there, you do see something odd. Crimson, could you describe to me and the folks at home what is exactly like what's your hair?
I actually don't have any. But if you're talking about the wig,
Yeah, the honeycomb thing.
yeah. So what that is, I have a small, basically a charm, essentially, that is a wig that's sized for like a pixie or a fairy. Um,
Just kind of describe it to us for those that I read it in your background and I was like, oh, I wonder what that looks like. Like it's not like I saw a red wig, so I'm picturing like this piece that would look like hair on the back of your head, but it's not hair. Like,
no, it's just it's like a tiny beehive, basically, that I just carry with me.
okay, all right,
I
okay.
also have
Daggers.
a red cap that seems like it's way too big.
Okay, like a beret or something like that, or
Essentially, I mean, you're familiar with what a red cap is, right?
no?
Redcap is a type of fae that they get that name because they cover their caps in blood.
Okay. Well, Dagus, as you pull the cowl back, you
Mhm.
see Crimson has this kind of a red cap on the back of his head, and peeking out just at the base of it, you see this. It almost looks like a small beehive,
Mhm.
just kind of at the very base of the cap.
Mhm. All right. Do I see the light?
You do not see the light,
Okay. I'll need to pray harder.
but it's definitely interesting as you're like, well, okay, what's this dude's got a funny hat, and go ahead and make an insight check because you're looking at this hat and this little weird beehive.
That's going to be a big 8.
Okay. You don't really discern what the hat's colored with, or you're looking at that beehive and you're thinking in your mind, well, I mean that little mote could have fit in that hole.
Also, to be candid, I'm not sure I would have. This might be the first time I've ever even encountered a Warforge.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, so
As I mentioned in session 1,
yeah,
none of you personally knew each other.
yeah.
But Pale Bank is not large.
Right.
You have heard of Crimson from the moment he was brought back a few years ago and revived. You knew that somewhere in Pale Bank, Ergon Wenth had discovered off in one of his many adventures this Aormatron. Most folk thought it was just some type of robot, but quickly news spread that even though he seemed mechanical and it is a construct in nature, that this Aormatron actually had a conscience to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have seen him a time or two in your crossings, never really getting to a chance to know him. But from your understanding, he would assist the Glass Blades and defending the village and certain things. And
so I wouldn't know details like the honeycomb tuft on his head or anything like that.
Yeah, you've just met him.
Yeah,
you knew of him, but you never officially met him until yesterday.
Yeah, so I find it bizarre about the light, and now it's interesting that he's got that tuft of honeycomb on his head, but not knowing that species well, I would maybe assume that may be normal, and then I just need to maybe just be alert, like just keep my eye out for that little firefly. But until he kind of acknowledges that he's awake, or then maybe I'll bring it up to him at that point. Then he can kind of explain.
Okay. As you're pondering this, you hear some heavy boot steps coming down the stairwell there, and you see old Irie. He's walking across the tap room floor. He's got some things in his hands, and he starts to get the fire stoked up a little bit. When he looks up and sees you, goes, "Oh, well, I didn't figure any of you'd be awake." He's like, "Dawn's coming soon. The indoors will be opening at sunrise, just so."
Okay.
Can I get you all some breakfast or anything?
Absolutely, 100%. We're famished.
All righty then. And shortly thereafter, you see his wife come down the stairs too, this heavy-set dwarf woman, and she nods and gives y'all a smile, and goes into the kitchen area, and you can hear pots clanking and stuff banking. And Ari's just going around doing his daily setup, putting stools and chairs back in its places, as both the noise and everything. And in a few hours, both Brug and Crimson still seem to be asleep until Ari's wife brings a big platter of sausages and biscuits and such out and sets them on your table. And with the scent and the smell of food, Brug's face starts to twitch immediately. And he sits up and looks around and sees the sausages and just kind of smiles and starts to eat.
Yeah, I go wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
Crimson, as your rest mode hits its corrected time, you go, you activate, and you come right out of your sleep mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Brug stuffing his face with sausages and biscuits, and you look over to your left, and Dagas is just kind of looking at you curiously.
Do I have something in my teeth?
You've got something on your head.
Oh. Yes. Charms from my time in the Fey realm.
How does that, I mean, out of really like pure curiosity, like, how does that work? I mean, what benefit do you get from that?
None. They were just tokens given to me.
For a job well done, or for?
I was originally created as an emissary to the courts.
Mm-hmm. And because of your job well done, they gave you tokens?
Hard to say. The Fey are tricky.
Okay. Well, I think they are extenuate your exterior. I think they look good.
You don't want to mention the little thingy you saw, caught your eye? Or...
Yeah. Does it come with a little firefly? Is that how that token works?
Some of the Fey can use their tokens to come across.
Mm-hmm.
And they tend to come and explore.
Like how far will that firefly explore, like when you're taking your rest?
I don't know.
What Dagas talk about?
Well, when you guys were taking your rest, I noticed when I woke or came out of my trance that there was a little firefly that was buzzing around the table, and once I noticed it, and it noticed that I noticed it, it buzzed right up into Crimson's under Crimson's cowl.
Crimson, you got bugs?
No, I have Fey.
Hey, bugs?
I mean, I'm sure there are, but that would just be weird.
Vista Fey?
Brug had bugs once. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's been too long.
It's good to
in
know
underbrush.
The soap is. And seeing the breakfast in front of me, I start chowing down like there's no tomorrow.
So as you guys get to know each other a little bit better and such, and finish your breakfast, you can see the sun starting to peek through the windows of the Jolly Dwarf. Brooke says, Croker Cave, about hour travel north of here. We should probably get move on.
Yep.
No waste time.
I stashed a couple, I wrap a couple of sausages and put them in my bag. It's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it.
So you guys gather your belongings and bid thanks to Ari, which he gives you his infamous smile, for which the Jolly Dwarf is named after. Good luck to you boys, whatever it is you be doing today.
I flip him a couple gold coins.
Oh, no. No need for that. And his wife sticks his head out the kitchen as if she heard the coins clatter on the table. No, we'll be taking them. Thank you very much. Pops her head back into the kitchen. Oh, he just shrugs. Yeah, she's the boss.
All right. Well, we must be going. Daylight's a coming.
All right. So as you step outside, you're met by a cool, frosty, Pale Bank Village morning with winter setting in soon in the next few months. It's cold, but not unbearably so. All right. Let me get my book open. All right, and after a uneventful travel a mile north, as you get outside of Pale Bank, you can see to the south of the village, rising in the air, a few small plumes of smoke.
Okay.
You suspect it may be from the battle that the Glass Blades were called to last night as you guys were leaving Thule's cabin.
Can I discern how far away from the southern part of the village?
You most certainly can. Give me an insight check. Or, that would be perception. Give me a perception check.
That'd be a 15.
Okay, yeah, you guess that's maybe about a mile and a half, 2 miles south of the village, near where the southern pass, the road leads up from the base of the Flotex, where a lot of travelers from Otherdorn, they use that road when coming to Pale Bank. Also, as you guys were leaving Pale Bank, you did see signs of Glass Blades coming back into the town, and you could tell from the looks of them, they'd seen battle. Some are bandaged, some have sooty faces and such. They don't seem to pay you all much mind. They're making their way for the Jolly Dwarf. All righty. So, you guys travel, and eventually Brug leads you around the northern part of the village up to a cave entrance that is not too far away from the shoreline. Kind of go up a little bit of a rocky cliff face, and you find it easily enough. He says, that Croker Cave. And as you all start to approach the entrance, the slow dripping of water sounds out where it falls from stalactites down into a murky pool that fills the rough tunnel ahead. Every few moments, a loud croaking sounds out from somewhere in the darkness beyond. And go ahead and bring up Croaker Cave.
Already did.
Okay, that looks way different from the one I have in front of me. No, it doesn't. No, it
Okay,
doesn't.
yeah,
It's
just oriented
it's just
differently.
it's just turned differently. Yep, correct. All right, so go ahead and put us right here in the yeah, we're already there. Thank you. That is what you all see. It's the cave entrance. You see this big pool of water in front of you. Go ahead. Let me see. Okay. As you first start to enter into the cave, the morning light gives a little bit of light into the cave, but not much after about 5 to 10 feet. What is your passive perception, Dagus?
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. Brug stops the group and points. And what you see is a long, heavy wooden beam lying against the west wall of the cave at the south end of the pool. It seems to be a beam that would lead across from the edge of the pool to the far side of the pool upon entry.
It's how wide is the beam?
A few feet.
Okay. Enough to walk across.
Enough to walk across. Yeah, it would be as if it's a makeshift beam leading from. Let me get on here because I can do this. I know how to do this. It starts at about right here. See where I'm at? And it leads across to here. Okay, now as you hear croaks from deep in the cave? No. Yep. But like I said, the beam is somewhat in the water. It's only 25 feet, but it leads to the other side. What do you wish to do?
Happened to prepare the light today.
What's up?
I'm asking if the paladin prepared light today or not.
I prepared Divine Smite, Bless, and
I think that might be a no.
Right. So I'll reach into my pack, pull out a torch, and light it.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and light. Give me your light on your torch.
I can't without. Well, I guess I can when I come in there.
And as you all move into the cave here, Crimson starts to strike up a torch.
Okay.
I just need to know how much glow. I guess I could guesstimate it. What is it? A torch is 10 foot?
It's 20 feet.
It's like
normal light,
20 or 30 feet of
20
bright
feet
light,
of dim light.
15 of dim after that, or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and center that ring on you if you can fix that on you when you move.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Hey, before we get into it, let me just top off my coffee real quick, okay?
Yeah, man.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead and give me another frog in that pool. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Right on the side of that beam.
They're giant frogs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I believe those are 10 feet size. Double check. Oh, no, they're medium. Okay.
Yeah, they're medium. They're not large creatures. They're just as big as we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're a pretty damn big frog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now there is as you get in there is a giant toad, which is a large creature.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So but that's not this section of the map. We're in a C1, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, we're in C1. Correct. Oh, my nose. Fish harbor. Okay, what's its stealth? +3. Okay, hold on. It's 14. They both roll the same thing. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I need Crimson. Well, Crimson, what's your passive perception?
14.
Okay, I guess tie goes to the runner. Dagas, roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's a big whopping 3.
All right. So, Crimson, you light this torch. You've got 20 foot of bright light around the three of you, and an additional 10 feet of bright light. As the torch sparks up, Brew quickly notices and looks over as the light's reflecting on a pair of frog-like eyes in the pool, just about 15 feet away from you, Dagos. And with the lighting of the torch, it looks as if it's coming your way.
I alert the rest of the group that that's happening.
Well, you don't see it.
Oh.
That's why your perception check failed.
Yeah.
Brug tells you, ice toad, and points, and you look over in the water, but you don't see anything.
Oh. Looks like water to me.
Yep. So what do y'all want to do? There's a 25-foot beam leading across the way.
Mhm.
An ice toad is making its way towards you. Dun, 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 dun.
How high above the water is the beam? You said at some point it was going into the water.
Yeah, just at the edge there, because it's like, I think it was 30 feet, 5,
Uh-huh.
10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 25. Yeah, so the beam is just at the edge in the water on both sides, but it's set shallow enough that it's above the water that you
Kind
can
of
cross it.
floating there, basically.
Yeah.
Um.
Hold on 1 second, gentlemen. I'm being paged.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Well, I don't know about you. How much does a Warforged weigh?
I particularly weigh 400 pounds.
Yeah. You think that beam's going to support 400 pounds?
I'd imagine the water's mostly frozen, but if I fall in, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not affected by cold.
Yes, you are. The only thing you're not affected by is poison, friend, and disease.
He doesn't have to breathe either, I don't think.
No, he's not affected by being underwater. No, he doesn't have to breathe. So he's got benefits, but he ain't got all that benefits. Now, cold still affects you, bro. Your mechanical joints and shit get stiff and fluid, thick. Your oily life fluid that's like your blood. I mean, yes, you are still affected by cold and fire and things like of that nature. Poison doesn't mess with you. You don't need to sleep. You don't need to breathe. Disease just cannot affect you, which is a kind of a big bonus in this adventure. But yeah, so what do y'all want to do, man? This ice toad's heading your way. Hell with it. Roll initiative.
Okay. For someone that didn't know that they were there and had to be alerted that I have a 23 on my initiative.
I got a 4.
Zero. Oh man.
Okay, Douglas, roll the 23.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and roll for Brug real quick. 11. For someone that saw it all, he sure is moving slow. What did you roll, Crimson?
A 4.
Oh, you're moving slow too. Okay. D, B, C, and T. Just as Brug says ice toad to you, Dagos, this thing comes up out of the water.
Uh-huh.
It's your turn.
I will I'll take a swipe at it.
Okay.
It's a medium-sized creature.
It is.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's my action. That is going to be a whopping 16.
That hits. This ice toad comes up out of the water, aggressively waddling towards you, and you see it.
All right. I
You
will.
strike true with your blade. Roll damage.
All right. I will add a divine smite on top of that.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's the damage for the sword, and that is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then that's going to be 6 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I will, at this point, I will hold my ground.
All right. As this frog approaches you aggressively, you send your blade careening into it, and it slashes a huge gaping hole across its head and shoulder. The frog is severely injured and lets out a loud croak, yet attacks you anyway. And what's your armor class? Oh, I've got you right here. Never mind. And that's not going to do it. It tries to bite you, but with its jaw as injured as it is, it cannot. Brug, seeing the attack, reaches over quickly with one of his blades, and he too attacks. Natty 1. Here we go again. And let me do a dex save. Okay, 6, that'll be fine. I don't slip and fall, but I lose my bonus attack at the frog. Crimson. Crimson?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't really fight with a torch in my hand, so
You can't fight with what in your hands?
a torch.
Oh.
I mean, you can drop it on the ground right there. You're not in the water yet.
I suppose that's true, yeah. So I'll drop the torch and take out my glaive. Let's see. Within 10 feet? I am. Cool.
Oh, yeah, you're in range.
Yeah. And roll for shit, though. I'm pretty sure an 8's not gonna hit.
Nope, an 8 does not hit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one's going to attack Brug. Oh, fuck, that hits.
I'll use my protection with my shield to get disadvantage to that roll.
Okay. He still hits me.
Okay.
Because I'd slipped and I was kind of on the edge of that icy water, just catching my footing. Even your protection couldn't stop the bite. And he does 3 damage to Brug, and I am grappled and restrained. As this ice frog comes up and bites onto my leg, gripping me. All right, we're back at the top of the round.
Okay, I'll keep mollywopping the one in front of me.
Okay.
12.
12 hits.
It's going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Just as your first strike, your second strike rings true.
Okay.
And you thrust your sword into this frog's gaping mouth that's already damaged from your first blow, and it lies dead.
And I say to it as I dispatch it, you'll taste good on the spit later. And I. So this one's gone, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I have anything in bonus action wise that I can do that will help here. Not that's going to help. Okay. So that's me.
All right, and that was that Toad's turn. It is now Brug's turn. I can still attack restrained, correct?
Yeah.
I'm just at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Am I at disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter. First strike rings true. For 6 damage to him. And my second shot. 7. But what is my plus to hit? What is my character status? That hits 2 as well. Okay. For 8. So Brug just starts stabbing into the creature that's been a hold of his leg. And he pokes some pretty good holes in it. It is Crimson's turn.
Alright, let's try this again. That's better. 16.
That hits.
Okay. For 11 points of damage.
You swing your glaive perfectly between Dagos and Brug and slice into this creature's spine. And it releases Brug and also floats off into the water dead.
And I turn to Crimson because he's right. All right. Brew, and I go. I wonder if ice toad tastes like chicken.
Ice Toad probably tastes like Ice Toad. He didn't get it.
That's alright.
Okay. What do y'all wish to do? You're out of combat.
Um.
Oh, I do need y'all to do something real quick, though. Somebody roll me a d20.
12.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so you guys, I guess, you're starting to cross the beam. All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity check as you cross this slippery, wet beam.
Nat 20.
No problem. I got a dirty 20, so.
I'm in half plate, and I wasn't born yesterday, so I'm gonna Misty Step across.
Okay.
I just can't. I don't want to. Cold and wet is not my way to start. Way of starting an adventure.
Crimson, roll me a perception check as you were crossing that beam.
That is 22.
As you get to about the midpoint of that beam before you cross all the way over, you do notice there's a cave opening to the north of you here, where the tunnel breaks off into another passage. Yep, right there. Brug sees it too as your firelight kind of gets away from him as he's crossing. Just so y'all know. Wait, that is stalactite. I got to get over here. I crossed before Dagos, so I'll be right there. All right, stop right there. Is this our marching order that we're good with?
Yeah.
Roll another d20.
5.
5. Okay. That time. As you guys are coming down this tunnel, you hear a voice call out. Lamas, is that you? And another voice say, Lamas wouldn't need a torch. I need 2 more frogs. In that pool, that large pool of water right there.
Over here.
Yep. And now give me a dwarf bandit and 2 elf bandits. Perfect. As you start to round that bend, Crimson, you're spotted immediately. Roll initiative, everybody.
That's better. 16.
I'll write that down. Crim, 16. Thank you. Michael?
5.
Ooh. All right, let's see what Brooke rolled. That ain't bad. 19. Oh, no, that's a dirty 20. That's a dirty 20. I got a +4. Okay, that's us. Let's roll these guys. Hold on. 6, 4. Bandit, 6. Bandit, 4. Bandit, 9. And the Froggles. 10 and 14. Okay. Brug is going to step here, just past Crimson's shoulder, and pull an arrow and shoot an arrow at the dwarf. And 8 plus 6, I believe that hits. Yes. And he strikes true with his arrow for 6 damage. The dwarf cries out in pain. Ugh. Get him, Toadlies! And the first toad makes a standing jump of 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Boop. And then uses its movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. And attacks Crimson. And a 9 isn't going to hit you, correct?
Correct.
It is now your turn, Crimson.
Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do is toss the torch.
Okay.
So it lands kind of about there.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to draw my blade across my thigh. Doing 3 points of damage to myself. As it
How much?
begins- 3. As it begins
Thank you.
crackling with energy. And I'm gonna stick it in this toad. Or not with an 8.
That's all you roll was an 8?
Yeah.
Yes, you indeed do not stick it into your toad. Second toad. 5, 10, 15, 20. Leaps to here. Then uses its movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Which it cannot attack. Okay. First bandit, the one I shot. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Second bandit, going to move up to get a line of sight. And he's going to make this shot at disadvantage because there's 2 toads in the way. He's going to attack Crimson. He's right there in front. And double 6s. So either way, he shoots a short bow arrow. It clatters off the stone wall of the entrance there to this part of the cavern. Dagas.
As my action, I'll cast Bless on the group.
Okay.
So for the next minute, you have a D4 that you can use for an attack roll or a save.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. D4 for an attack roll or save?
Yeah, and that's at any time over the next minute. It's not.
It's all of
It's
them over the next minute, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
It's not you use it one time and that's done. It's for the next minute you can use that.
All right.
Like you can use it this round to save, next round to attack, next third. Yeah. So,
And the last bandit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's line of sight. He's going to go ahead and shoot at Brug. Because he can see him. It's a pretty much straight shot. But like I said, at disadvantage because there's a Warforged and 2 giant toads in the way hopping around. And he is also going to miss. And that brings us back to the top of the round. It is Brug's turn. I'm going to shoot an arrow at the dude that just tried to shoot me. That's what I'm going to do. 6 plus 6 is 12.
plus you roll a D4 on that.
No, I did not. But the 12 hits. So I'll save that. And I hit him for 7 damage. Good arrow shot. I can't really move. I'm stuck where I'm at. The frog in front of Crimson attacks Crimson. Oh, shit. There it is.
Did you just crit me?
Yeah, I did.
I'll go ahead and use protection as my reaction.
What?
It's a new round.
So where it's at disadvantage?
That's correct.
He missed you. This frog, gaping maw, like opens up wide. It leaps at your face, just as Dagus' shield edge reaches across your view, and the frog, its big mouth clamps down on like both sides of the shield and snaps back. Nice.
Yeah.
Crimson, you that just happened. It's your turn.
The only thing I really can do is I'll just hold my action. If the corridor clears, I'll move but I really can't do anything where I'm at. I'm kind of bottlenecked back here in the back.
You can Misty Step again if you wanted.
No, I think I can only miss a step once per day.
Proficiency times per day, sir.
Vice around.
Eldrin?
Yeah, Eldrin.
Yeah, proficiency times per day.
Oh,
You got 2.
oh. Well, then
Just saying, it's an option. You don't have
Yeah.
to.
No.
And you also have an effect when you do it. Whether you're a summer, winter, spring, or fall child. You don't have to figure that out right away, but just know that you have one.
Okay. Okay. I think what I will do is, well, I don't know what's really going on up ahead of me. So, actually, my whole thing is to be next to my. I'm a protectorate, so I think I'll just stay put.
All
Okay.
right, sorry about that.
It's
Guys.
more important for me to shield protect my group than it is for me to bump ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm cool with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and stab this frog again. That's better. 14.
Why are you going again?
I didn't go before. I said hold for the vacuum. As in, I couldn't. I couldn't
Oh, I
hear
didn't even
anything.
realize that. Okay, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. My bad.
So,
I thought you said something else in there. It's all right. You're good.
so anyway, does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And for shit damage there. It'll be 4 slashing and 1 electrical.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. Frog number 2 can't really do anything. It's agitated. It'll leap back 20 feet. 5, 10, 15. About right here. Next to one of its handlers. This bandit will continue to go that way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. This bandit, the one next to the frog, 1 to 2 is Crimson, 3 to 4 is Broog. Somebody want to roll? I'll roll it. I got one right here. If I can pick it up. Crimson. All right. He shoots another arrow. It misses you. Dagas.
Okay. I'm good. I mean, I'll stay put.
Last bandit 4. Same thing. 1 to 2 Crimson, 3 to 4 Broog. He's going to take a shot at Broog. He misses. We're back to the top of the round. It's Broog's turn. I'm going to shoot at the bandit that I've already shot at. And that's going to hit with a dirty 20. And that's going to hurt. 8 plus 4 is 12. And that drops this one by the frog dead. The frog attacking Crimson. It's his turn. And he's going to miss with a 5. Crimson, it's your turn again.
Alright. That's better. 19 and 3 is 22 to hit. Oh yeah, much better. And I'll do 8 slashing damage and 4 electrical damage.
Ooh. Do you have your chart?
What?
That massive damage chart you was using? Do you have that?
Oh, yeah, I can pull that up real quick.
So how's that work? I got to roll a Constitution save, or?
Yeah, it's DC 15 con save. If they fail that, then they roll on a
Never
attack
mind. I
damage.
just rolled an 18.
Okay.
You slashed through this frog's upper shoulder and into its abdomen with your glaive. Its guts spill out onto the cavern floor in front of you. Yet in its death throes, it's still attacking.
Okay.
It's almost just like nervous reflex. It's just chomping. Frog 2 still really can't do nothing. He's going to leap again 20 more feet. 5, 10, 15, 20 over here, trying to get position to attack and just can't do it at the moment. We're back to Bandit 9.
Lighter, that's better.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I'm making myself a milkshake.
And he is yelling.
Yes, and if you win, I'll be very proud of you. Then I'll be sad.
Dagas.
How can I lose when we get to the whatever it's called?
Um,
We're gonna do all the cookies and cream.
Y'all ate it last night.
I feel like I'm kind of just a lump on the log here, but okay, I'll try this. I'm an autumn elder.
You mean you're gonna
And
Misty Step?
I'll go ahead and do my second Misty Step for the day, and I'll Misty Step to here. And I'll need,
That's a bonus action?
yeah. So I'll need the toad and the dwarf to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
I think that's based on,
I believe it's based on your charisma.
yeah, based on charisma. All right, so that would be I guess a 14 DC.
Okay. The toad rolls an 18.
Okay.
The dwarf rolls an 8.
All right. I command the dwarf to attack the toad.
What effect is this dwarf under?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So as an autumn elder, and immediately after I
Awesome.
face,
Thank you. You charmed him.
yeah,
That's what you've done.
Up to 2 creatures that I can see within 10 feet must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 1 minute, or until your companions deal some damage to the creature.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about in a second.
So-
But
Charm doesn't give you compulsion over them, though.
it doesn't give you what?
It doesn't give you compulsion. It just they feel like they might be closer to you as a friend.
Yeah, but do you think that the ice toads are friends of the dwarves? I think that they're probably I'm assuming that they're natural enemies also.
You're assuming.
And it's also
Yeah, well,
not until you reach
I'll
third
assume-
level.
What's that?
You also don't get that effect until you get third level.
As a bonus action, you magically teleport 30 feet.
When you reach third
Correct.
level, your face
Yeah,
step gains an
I
additional
didn't see
effect.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to reestablish where you Misty Step to, knowing that? I'll give you a mulligan. I'll give you a mulligan on that, since what you were trying to do, you couldn't even do.
Okay.
You're still misty stepping, but do you want to go somewhere? You had 30 feet of misty step, so I just don't know if that you would teleport right into being flanked.
Right.
That's,
no, I would.
I don't
So
want you to.
Yeah, I'll just stay back here, and then I'll just.
You have ranged weapons, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't. I can't. There. I do have.
Yes, you can. You can make ranged attacks, just a disadvantage.
Okay, well,
You
I'll
got
do that then.
You got a javelin. You can throw a javelin at disadvantage.
I've got a longbow, so.
Oh, okay. See, shit. That's even better.
Yeah. All right, I'll take a shot at the toad then, at disadvantage.
The one in front of Crimson there?
Yeah, I think there's only. Yeah. The one in front of Crimson, actually.
Okay.
Because I'm not at disadvantage with Beak, because I'm further than 5 feet away from it. Here we go. At disadvantage. It's either going to be a 23 or a 22.
Okay. You draw your bow back and just kind of arch up over Crimson's shoulder and let fly. And at that range, there was no way you were missing as your arrow just disappears into the head of this ice toad. And it is dead.
Okay. 11 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, it only had 1 hit point.
Well, I beat that by 10.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's dead. He's dead, okay, Mike? He's dead.
I was just trying to make my point.
Okay. With the toad falling away, that gives that bandit a clear shot. And a 9 plus 3 is not going to hit you. And we're back to the top of the round. And Brug's going to take a shot at that bandit now. And a 17 plus 6 is going to hit him. For 6 plus 10 damage to that guy. And he staggers down to one knee as an arrow plunges into his abdomen. That frog is dead. Crimson, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and strike this bandit down. With a nat 20.
Oh, on 1 hit point? Ouch. Call it.
Yeah, so I just basically charge up and just stab my glaive into his belly and then kind of flip it over and carve him from navel to neck.
Brutal, the old impale lift maneuver.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah. Okay.
because my electric damage, it basically cauterizes as I go.
Nasty. Nasty. All right. Any bonus actions, anything remaining?
Nope, that'll do it.
All right. That frog, it's his turn. It's going to attack you. And a 13 is not going to hit you, I don't think.
Nope.
That was that one. Dagas. You can move, buddy.
Yeah. I'll move over to here and take a shot at the toad.
Okay.
Is that at disadvantage?
No, not there. You got a line of sight right there to the left of Crimson there.
Okay. Let me add my bless.
I can draw a bead from you to that toad pretty easy with that little gap right there in the wall, 2 to 3 feet.
I rolled a 13,
That hits.
and that is going to be 7 points.
Nice.
Am I able to get around Dagos? I mean, I'm Dagos. Am I able to get around Crimson?
Yeah, you can go south of him,
Yeah,
wide
so
open.
So that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go right there.
All right.
I want to leave this kind of gap open for
Brug is also going to come in here. 5, 10, 15. And I'll take a shot at the ice toad while I'm right there as well. 17. That's going to hit him. 7 plus 4 is 11. And Brug puts one in that ice toad's head. It's dead. And then I'll finish out my movement. 15. I got 30 feet left. So 20, 25, 30. All right. You guys are currently out of combat.
How much damage have you taken, Crimson?
3 self-inflicted points.
The 3 points that he inflicted.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Blood Hunter. Got it. Okay, cool.
I got a kid issue. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Hey. Not an issue.
What's the damage you take when you cut yourself?
Right
Is
now
it
it's a
a D-
D4.
It's a D4?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 roll of my Hemocraft die.
How many total hit points do you have?
26.
Oh, okay.
That
Should
was
do it a
what
couple
really
times.
killed me in that fight in the cabin, was
You kind of bled yourself.
yeah. But the thing is, I actually reread it. I don't have to do that. I can do it once, and then it lasts until I take a long or short rest.
Well, why? Rocky's with. I'm gonna go fill up my drink. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Okay, I'm back, gentlemen. Sorry about that. Hey there?
Yeah. Mike went to go get coffee.
Okay. Okay, what you see in this torchlight is right there near where the pool of water is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small bucket with what looks like dead bats in it. Go ahead and make an insight check, Crimson.
17.
You figure that these bandits were training these frogs with the dead bats,
Yeah, makes sense.
kind of domesticating them. As you notice, the frogs, even agitated, wouldn't attack the bandits, but they were definitely attacking you.
Yeah.
All right.
Michael, I just told JD something. Just there at the edge of the pool is a small wooden bucket, and it looks like it's full of dead bats. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
That's gonna be that 20.
You see that, and immediately you put one and one together. Those bandits, especially through the actions of the frogs, how even agitated they weren't attacking the bandits, they were domesticating those ice frogs, using the dead bats as rewards, training them.
Well, that's just plain batty.
I knew you would not let that go to waste. All right, what do y'all want to do now?
I do check on Crimson. Crimson, you doing okay? I saw you, you're doing your cutting thing. Having never really come across a Warforged or a Warforged blood hunter, it concerns me from a mental health standpoint, me seeing him do that.
Gotcha. While you're talking to Crimson, Brug is going to move off on his own. He kind of wants to get out of this light. He feels like it's no bueno. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and now I'm going to stealth check. And that's going to be...
Yeah, as I'm seeing Baruch do that, I'm also crouching down and not trying to be stealthy myself.
21 stealth check. All right, so as he sees you guys following behind with the light, he's going to continue to move. And he comes into this cavern here, and he sees that... Let me stay out of y'all's light. All right, can y'all keep on working your way up this way? And Crimson, as you come into this room here, you can see it's a whole bunch of empty bedrolls. Looks like some coals right there in the middle where there would have had some fire and prepared food. Let me see what it says here.
As I see the empty bedrolls, I'm already starting to think, God, a nice breakfast roll would be good right about now.
10 empty bedrolls are arranged in a circle around a cold fire pit at the center of this cavern. Chicken bones, empty wine, and spirit bottles and other food waste litter the floor. What do you wish to do?
Look over at the grass. So, we killed 2. That leaves 8.
You hear a whisper from the shadows. To your right, it's Brug. Don't step on bedroll. And he kind of nudges it with a short sword, and you see one of the bedrolls falls into the floor. It's an obvious trap.
Hmm.
My passive perception nailed it. I was like, oh, that's the DC on that?
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys want to do in this room here?
What is what's this over here?
It wasn't in my original map. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. Search and find out.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a little box or something like that.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
like a
meant to
twerp.
be like a table or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta
Yeah,
check the table out.
All right. No, pencil voided. All right. As you're looking around on the table, you do find up under one of the chairs, there's an unopened bottle of Bald Dwarf whiskey. It is a very valuable whiskey made by the elves of Usadorn. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh, straight roll. Okay. That is going to be a 12.
Okay. You've heard that this particular whiskey can go for as much as 25 gold pieces a bottle.
I'll drink to that.
Roll initiative, Crimson.
19.
He rolled a dirty 20 or a nat 20.
Damn.
So he going first. Good thing that was the initiative. Oh shit! What's your armor class? 17 plus 3, and he hits you with the dirty 20.
Damn.
That one injured dwarf comes running around the corner. Oh, you got to be kidding me! Haha! And stabs you for 2 piercing damage. It's your turn.
Yeah, 18 plus 3 is definitely gonna hit. For 5 slashing damage and 3 electrical.
Yeah, that was his last hurrah.
Yeah, so
As
I
he
can't
comes in-
take his head off.
Slice and nicks you with his short sword. You drop your torch where you're at, spin and twirl with your glaive, and whoop, his head goes flying off. What is the distance across here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay. And then we've got this here.
I'm going to search the dwarf and see if he has anything on him.
Okay. Daga searches the dwarf's body and you find nothing.
Okay.
Now, there is a cavern entrance to the left of you there, Crimson, from where we came in at. Right below you. And then you can see this room leads into, it looks like another icy pool. But across the way here, you can see about 50 or 60 feet away through the darkness, a well-lit room and the silhouette of a person standing right at the edge of the pool. So I will need a dwarf, an elf, and a giant toad pour favor.
So Rocky, while he's doing that, this whole rock wall here, is that
That's a path. That's what I just said. There's a passageway.
Okay.
You guys came in right here at the bottom of this room.
Mm-hmm.
And to your left is a narrow passageway. And then in front of you, like I just told what you see, Dagos and Crimson sees,
Yeah.
is water.
Yeah.
An icy pool. And then on the other side of this cavern, you can see light emanating from this room here. And you see the silhouette of a person standing right here at the edge looking y'all's way.
I apologize. I didn't articulate my question right.
No, go ahead.
This wall right here, is that?
That's a wall?
Yeah. It's a wall. It's. I guess my question would be answered by how tall is the room?
Oh, where that pool of water is?
Yeah.
The entire place that you've been in, the top of the cave is roughly about 8 feet tall.
8 feet tall. Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't give you that description earlier. I should have. So what do you guys want to do?
I can see a silhouette of somebody
well, with
standing
my-
over there.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
going to assume they're a bandit and pull out my crossbow. Take a shot at them.
as you pull out your crossbow, you hear a gruff voice say, "Hold your shot. There's no need for any more violence. Go ahead and send them over. Let's get this over with." Then you hear an elven voice say, "Go fetch Croaker." And this toad starts to swim y'all's way in the water.
I back up.
And suddenly in the dim light, you see the approach of bulging eyes as this giant toad surfaces and then turns and waits, facing back the other direction.
I'd like to look back and see what Baruch's doing.
Oh yeah, where's Brood? He's crept along. He's come back into the light with you guys, hearing the voice, and I'm chilling. I ain't gonna leave y'all. And the silhouette, seeing that you're readying a crossbow, gets back behind the wall here. Where's the bed at in this room? Yeah, they changed this up just a little bit. He'll go back over to his chair. All right, what do y'all want to do? You hear a voice call out, "Old Croaker, carry you across."
I would like to see if I have any insight into whether he's telling the truth or not, or whether it's really truly safe to get on the back of this toad.
Okay, then you would have to roll an inside check.
It's 15.
From what you can tell, and by the actions of the way this big giant toad just acted,
Mhm.
it didn't come up and attack y'all.
Okay.
It turned and okay.
Well, I remember the scorpion and the frog.
Yeah, the great
And,
fable.
I'm kind of that's where I'm going with this is I'm trying to find out what the intent is here, and see if it's like the toad gets halfway across this frozen pond area and then decides to dip out. How do you want to do this?
It's up to y'all.
I thought that's what you were showing us. I guess I'll go ahead and just get on the toad.
Okay. Now, it can only support one of you at a time.
I will get off the
I was
toad.
gonna say, considering I'm 400 pounds, yeah.
It can't support you at all. Crimson, I was just waiting to see if you got on the frog first.
Yeah,
So, it looks like you did.
I did, yeah.
Okay, Crimson, as you step onto Old Croker's back, the weight surprises it, and it flutters out from under you, dropping you into the pool. Your torch is doused.
Yep.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
17.
You pass well. Okay. You hit this water and it is ice cold. You feel it in your joints and your circuits. And you would be pretty much blind right now, if not for the fact that there's light shining across this way here that you're only 50, 60 feet away. You can obviously see a well-lit cavern entrance there.
Yeah, I'll just walk across the pool.
So you start to swim. Hold on. Quit. 5, 10, 15. You don't have a swim speed. Old Croker, after dumping Crimson in the water, does his thing, waiting for Dagos.
All right. I'll hop on his back. Well, I don't hop on his back. I just step onto his back.
Okay, at the same time, you move 15. 5, 10, 15. He moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Old Dagos comes pulling up next to you. Go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw.
That one's even better. 21.
Nice. And you get to the edge of the pool. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 25, 30 as he starts back the other direction. So, a warm rush of heat comes from a massive fire burning in the center of this cavern. It's smoke venting up through a narrow stone chimney. The flames illuminate a rough painting of a 5-headed dragon that dominates the north wall. A bedroll is spread out beneath the mural. Near the crackling blaze, in a seat, a dwarf bundled in a heavy cloak sits on a stone chest beside an elf whose face is covered in dragon tattoos. The dwarf's face is streaked with pulsing blue veins. What is it you want?
Can I discern that that's the type of the blue veins are the same affliction that we came across earlier with the woman in the cabin?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm guessing the gig in Palebank is up, eh? What is it you want? My time's short. Don't be wasting it.
Well, what seems to be the issue with like how much time do you have with your current affliction?
He says, "Oh, the frigid woe." I don't know. I don't know how much time I've got left. My damn full sister. She'd be the death of both of us, it appears. And what of my sister? Obviously, you wouldn't know about this place if not for her. How's she fare?
She's dead.
I suppose it is so. She was her father's daughter. That one would never go quietly.
Well, there's John from Tennessee, the man, the myth, the legend.
What's up, buddy? So, what do y'all want to know? Like, this guy's that's what the elf across the way is eyeing you guys wickedly and very nervously, but she's following this dwarf's lead.
Well, what we're looking to do is find out where the root cause of this disease is. We're here to alleviate the disease itself.
Oh, you want to know where the wool came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Cooley tossed the explorer's house. He brought him back. 2 vials. Beautiful, sparkling blue. Of course, she didn't handle them close, and hell, neither did I. And we both got it. He says, I'm not sure much more than that. I'd hope to be leaving this place soon and get back to Shady Creek Run. Or maybe I could find a cure. My name's Julio Luton.
Well, I'm Dagus.
He says, so you coming for the vials? Is that what you want?
Well, we're looking to eradicate this disease. It's obviously affecting more people every day, and we're looking to ease the suffering of the people, and that includes you.
Yeah, I suppose that'd be a good place to start for such a thing.
So, Allegheny, would this be considered a disease or a poison?
It's a disease.
Okay.
Yeah, the vials Toby stole. That's what started. You want them?
Yeah.
They're in that box there.
I make
And
sure
she points
that
over to a stone chest. On this stone chest, I'm looking for it. Where the hell is it? It should be right here. There it is. On the stone chest, the outer lid is carved with the face of a dragon. It's standing right there near the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, it ain't locked. You can open it if you want.
I reached
Crimson.
down.
Before you reach down and do anything, I need what's your passive perception again?
14.
You start to reach down to open the lid when you notice on the nostrils of the dragon's head that are right on top are 2 little pinholes, both of which there's a little bit of, it looks like blue crystal stuff around the rims of the nose holes of the dragon. I don't suppose you have thieves' tools, do you?
No, but I'll use
Okay.
my glaive to lift the lid.
All right. When you lift the lid, a gust of wind escapes the dragon's mouth, and the blue powder bursts forward, filling a 15-foot cube. So give me a 15-foot cube
Wow.
from in front of that chest right there. That'd be 5, 10, 15. All right, shrink it down. It's going to catch Dagos and you. Yep. I need both of you to roll a DC 11 saving throw.
What?
I don't have to roll
Constitution?
shit. I'm immune to disease.
Dagos does. Constitution saving throw, sir.
15 plus 2 is 17.
You save. It puffs out, and the door starts to laugh. Ha! Told you it wasn't locked. But whether I live or die here today, I ain't the only one going to the woe. Oh,
Yeah, you are.
and I'm guessing that oh yeah, he said, yeah, okay. He laughs and goes, I ain't the only one going to the woe. And he starts just slowly walking back over to his seat like he don't give a shit. As you look into the chest that you just opened, Crimson, you see it jumps out immediately to you. A beautiful blue crystalline vial, along with some other assorted treasures. The problem is, I need you to make a history check.
That's a 15.
You remember from Ergon's ledger and the receipt that you found at Pelk's trading shop, there were 2 vials. Inside this chest, you only see one.
Where's the other vial?
Oh yeah, the other vial. Well, you see, old Oogie here needed some money to get back to Shady Creek. Couldn't very well just sell all my treasures off, so I needed some cash. I sold to some merchant at the Jolly Dwarfs. Nice lad. Couple beautiful kids. I'm hoping they're feeling okay about now. So take the vial and leave. But you look down and you see all the stolen treasure from Ergon's. A jasper statuette, a ring, a couple other things in this box. What do you wish to do?
I look at the dwarf and go, did you sell that vial knowing that what it would do to that family?
He looks at you and says, and if I did?
That's
I
murder.
rush him.
The sentence is
And
death.
I rush him and push him up against the wall.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right, this is the dwarf. Hold on. Oh, I get to flip this over now. Hold on. Very cool. Very cool. I set that up nicely. All right. We rolled a 2.
I love your aggressiveness, Mike.
I do not abide by any evil in my sight.
I was gonna say, what is your alignment?
Lawful good.
He's a lawful good paladin.
Oh, good. So we're both lawful good.
Yeah. Dude made a bad choice in saying that.
Yeah. You purposely diseased a family in which we recently met and witnessed in town, and you purposely diseased them for your own profit. Not on my watch, buddy.
Okay, give me initiative rolls. What'd you roll?
Dirty 20.
Oh, he gone.
I got an 18.
What'd you roll? You say 13?
18.
18. Okay, what's your dexterity?
2.
Okay, I go before you.
Damn, you got a 2 dex? You must be slow, JD.
Plus 2 dex.
Oh my god, damn. Okay, you rush up and you push him up against the wall.
Yeah.
What do you do?
That is evil and personified in my mind. I go ahead and stab him.
Oh.
Oh, go on, get down. Let's go.
Yeah.
Roll, make an attack roll.
As a dirty 20.
That's gonna hit.
That's a stabby stab.
Yeah. And let's see here. That's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
All right, you rush up and slash him. And he says, "Kill him, Croaker." And he yells to the ice toad to kill. It is now Brug's turn.
Well,
Who's going to?
well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, keep going. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
That's okay.
My apologies.
That's all right. Now, as my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step to here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to Misty Step to here.
Okay.
I need this. Actually, hang on. I think I can do both of them. Yeah, I'm going to Misty Step to here. So I need both the doors.
Your proficiency is 2. You don't have any Misty Step left.
Oh.
No. You didn't. You ended up not using it. You're right.
You know what?
You ended up not using it. You still have a Misty Step. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm going to Misty Step to here. And that is my turn.
All right.
I can't wait to get to level 3.
Okay, now it is Brug's turn. And he knows who Croaker is, and he's going to spin around immediately. Whip out his short swords and attack twice. And 16 is going to hit. And 18 is going to hit. I hit them both times with my short sword. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. And then I'm going to hit him with my shirts. So let's see what I do. And that is not a D6. That is a D8, dumbass. Okay, there's my D6. Hold on. All right. 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5. So that's 6, 11, 12, 13 plus 8 is 21.
Yep, 21.
I surprised the shit out of this toad and stabbed the hell out of it as I spin around and stab. And then, since I'm 10 feet away, I'm going to use the rest of my movement. 5, that's 10, 20. Actually, let me go the other way. 10, 15, 20, 30. That's Brug. Crimson, it is your turn.
First thing I do is pocket that blue vial.
All right, you reach into the chest, and as a free action, you snatch up the blue vial.
It'll probably hit you.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
For 8 slashing damage and 4 electrical.
So that's 12. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and use my Blood Curse of the Mark on him.
What does that do? Go ahead for the folks at home. Let us know what the Blood Curse of the Mark does.
Yep. Just a second to pull it up here.
So while JD's doing that, hey John, in Tennessee, we were talking earlier, and I'm sure Rocky can tell you later, but if you're able to play later on Sundays, I think the rest of us can make that work, and that would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. That unfortunately, I'm at work every Sunday flipping morning until about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think we
So
could.
that would be the.
Where to go, brother? I was going to tell you after.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right, I'll fill you in a little bit and let you know kind of the setup of this story and what's going on. I'm glad you're here for this session. You get to see a lot more of the story develop.
Dude, I got off so early today. Me and my old lady got off so early today. I was like, hell yeah. fucking like a free day off. Not really. We were there for 6 hours.
What, Abby?
Okay, Clemson.
Yeah,
Blood Curse of the March. Please share with us at home.
So essentially, as I stab him and withdraw my blade and he begins to bleed, the Blood Curse of the Mart for the next minute amplifies the amount of Humancraft damage that I do to it. So my Crimson Right damage, I do an extra die of that.
And what die size is that?
D4 right now.
Okay. All right. Did you include that on this strike, or is it every strike after?
It's every strike after this one.
Okay. All right.
I should have done that before.
You know what? Croaker hadn't attacked yet. That means I get my Bugbear surprise attack damage. I forgot to roll that. Okay, didn't make much of a difference, but all right. Anything else that you're going to do, Crimson, besides that? Marking him right or whatnot?
Nope.
Okay. The dragon face tattooed elf screams maniacally and charges Dagas. Okay. Ooh. What's your armor class? 19?
19.
Ooh. She swings vehemently with a dagger. It looks like it's dripping with some kind of vile black ichor, and it just misses your beautiful blonde flowing hair. And now it's Hoogie's turn. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody.
What'd you ask for?
That's a 4.
A 4. He takes a step forward and reaches out with his hand. Oh shit! 16 plus what's he get? Plus 4. That's a dirty 20.
Is that against Crimson?
Yes.
I'll disadvantage that attack.
You'll do what?
I'll use my protected shield to disadvantage that attack.
Don't you have to be within 5 feet of the attacker?
5 feet of the target.
Oh, that's kind of wonky, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, let me just read that. Let me just read that correctly here. Let me pull that up. Teats. And while wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
I think the way that's worded is implies you have to be within 5 feet of both.
Yeah, that's what
No,
that
it
says.
just says while wielding.
I
a
don't see.
shield
Look,
and-
here's my whole thing about this. Let's think of this logically. If you were, say, here, you're within 5 feet of both. You could deflect that attack. Or here, you're within 5 feet of both. But you're here. How can you use your shield or your sword to deflect an attack on a creature that's on the other side of you, 10 feet away? You see what I'm saying? I feel like that can work if you're side by side. Like I said, on either side of Crimson, I think that would work. I don't think that would work being behind Crimson because, yeah, you're 5 foot from Crimson, but you're not 5 foot from the attacker. Read, how's that read again? Because I think JD's right on this one.
Okay. So how it reads exactly is while wielding a shield and a creature you see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's talking about the creature. A creature you can see attacks a target
other than you.
within. Okay, keep going.
5 feet. So I guess I'll leave that up to the DM's interpretation, but it seems like to me, if I'm able to do that, like I did in the last encounter, where they were shooting at Crimson, and I was behind him, and I was able to initiate disadvantage, and they weren't within.
Oh, and that frog went to go bite him.
Yeah.
Again, you were more side by side with him at that time. You're like directly behind him right now. I'd even give you that ability if you were like here. You see what I'm saying? Or here is perfect, here is perfect, here is perfect. I just don't see where you're at on the map. Like, how are you gonna? Mike, I'm gonna rule it like this. You can use that maneuver anytime within 5 foot, just as the rules state. But you got to be 5 foot of both, I think, man.
Okay.
I just don't.
Okay.
I just don't see how. Like, what are you? Are you like reaching over the top of them with your shield to?
Right, like
I
I'm a
guess-
6 foot
but how
tall
am I-
dude. You're not
but-
gonna be like over the top.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I'd be able to have a disadvantage on range attacks. It doesn't say anything about melee or ranged. So how would I encourage disadvantage on range attacks against a target within 5 feet of me?
Well, you can just throw. Oh, you know what? Rules is written, man, and you were within 5 feet of your friend. Go ahead. So it's hold on. That means I roll a disadvantage, right? So I got to re-roll.
Right. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just want
It's okay.
clarification on the rule.
It's okay. I rolled a 16 plus 4 for the second roll. I rolled a 15 plus 4 for the first.
Okay.
They both hit.
Sorry, Crimson.
It's all good.
And Crimson is going to take an inflict wounds.
Oh,
4, 3, 8, 7, 15 necrotic damage.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, I could see where if the description was specifically, I could impose disadvantage on a melee attack. I can understand why I would need to be adjacent to the attacker and the target.
I got you. What it's called interception, right? So like you can see an arrow coming in and
Yeah.
throw your shield up. So it works for either one, but we'll keep it R. We'll keep it raw as long as you're within 5 feet. And that is exactly what you attempted to do, was reach past Crimson with your shield.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. That was Poogie. Old Croker's turn. He comes hopping in. 5, 10, 15. What is his reach?
Pretty sure it's like 10 feet. With his tongue shot.
No, it's 5 foot.
Really?
Yep.
Is this
And
creature
he'll
a
hop up
large
behind-
creature, or what is?
Yes,
Yes,
he is a large creature.
Okay.
He comes up behind you there, Dogus. He's gonna bite you.
Uh-oh.
Gonna try. Plus 4 to hit. 17 plus 4
That's going to hit.
is a hit. Okay, you take 1d10 bite damage plus 2. Shit. 7 plus 2, that's 9. And 1d10 poison damage. That's 1. So that is 10 damage on Dagos.
It brings
I need you to make actually, when he bites you, chop. You are now grappled and restrained.
In the next move.
And it's your turn, Dagos. This toad
Okay.
just came up behind you and bit the hell out of you.
Okay. Shoot. Can't screw the gooch on that. I'll go ahead and attack the toad because that's really all I can do.
All right, you're restrained, so you attack at disadvantage.
Yeah. It's either a nat 20
Oh,
or A 14.
They both hit.
The nat 20 would have been nice, though.
It would have been.
It's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And I really kind of screwed. Yeah, my Misty Tips are
Do you want to
gone.
fight it?
I can't. I've already used up all my spell slots.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Yeah. I only have.
You already used all your spell slots?
I'm at level 2. I have
Yeah.
two spell
You
slots.
cast one Divine Smite. What was your other one?
Bless.
The Blast. Yep, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really move. You're still grappled, so
Yeah.
that's it for Dogus.
That is just for Doggett.
Brug is going to jump over here and with his long, gangly reach, stab at the toad twice. And hits 12. That's one hit. 4 plus 10. That's 10. Nope, misses the second one. The creature is Hunter's marked, however, so cross our fingers. Okay, 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 14. And the beast released you. His old croaker is no more. Crimson, it is your turn. You just felt this dwarf mumble this nasty prayer to Tiamat, and as it touched your chest, you just felt the life energy suck out of you.
Yeah.
You need an oil change.
Well, 21 to hit.
That hits.
I do 6 points of slashing damage and 5 points of electrical damage to him.
Ooh. Nice. Anything else?
I'm gonna step back 5 feet.
All right. He misses his opportunity attack. He swings a dagger out at you and misses as well. Let's see. Is that all you're doing right there?
Yep.
All right. The cultist again goes out after seeing its pet toad, old croaker, died. Definitely comes at you crazily. It misses wildly as you raise your shield and clink its dagger off. Colgi is going to bonus action cast Shield of Faith, raising his armor class. No. Let me wait. That doesn't make sense.
It's also not a bonus action spell.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action spell, sir. No, he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon at Brug. And he's going to follow up with you with his attack. His attack misses. Oh, that Spiritual Weapon don't, though. Oh, shit, he hit me hard, too. Brug just took 7 plus 3, 10 damage from this glowing knife that comes out of nowhere. And he misses you. We're back to the top of the round because old Croaker's dead. Dogus.
Okay. I will go ahead and attack the elf that's just south of me.
Okay.
Here we go. That's a 16.
That hits.
For 6 points of slashing damage.
6.
Yeah, 6.
All right, you cut him across, or cut her across her abdomen, and it scores a good hit. You felt it bite. She is hurt.
And
All right, it is Brug's turn. And before I move, I'm going to bonus action. No, I'm not. I'm going to attack at Hulgi. And 7 plus 6 is 13. And that is his armor class. So that hits. Good thing he didn't shield of faith. He spiritual weapon me, but. And that's going to be 3 plus 4 is 7. And I stab Hulgi in his spleen as he falls to the side. And then I'm going to use my movement. 5, 10, and stab at the other cultist with my bonus action. And that is a 21. For 5 damage. But that's it. Stab, and both of the cultists of Tiamat are laid to waste. And we're out of combat.
I pick up the body of the dwarf that had sold the vial to the family back in the village, and I unsummariously throw him into the fire.
All right. And that, yeah, you did that. Okay. Sarah, what do y'all want to do at this moment? You just threw Hulgi's body into the fire to burn the vileness out of this world. May he forever be dead.
All right, I gotta take 10 minutes and walk. So.
Okay. Before we do that, Crimson, the Dragon Head Stone chest is open. The other items that are inside of this, there's a gilded scroll case, there's a jade statue, there's a quiver with 10 arrows, and a silver and jasper set ring, as well as a few, looks like coin pouches. When you get back from the walk, we can go through all that. Just y'all want to go ahead and take a break at this moment?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that now. Before we continue on with the adventure. And Crimson has the blue vial.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there's some loot right there in that treasure chest. I just want to make sure everyone gets it. Nice. Well done. You guys pretty much cleared Croaker Cave except for one thing, but I don't really feel like y'all need it. Maybe.
Oh, go clear it all. Never leave
All right,
corner
John, this is where we're at in this adventure. This is second session. We're currently level 2. We're probably about midway to level 3. We got a while before that hits. Depending on where we end today, the very next session will probably be a sea voyage with any gamut of adventurers that you could think of could be on this vessel. Because
I already know what character I'm going to make. He's a blue cobalt, and his name is the Coldest.
The Coldest.
D-A, Coldest. The Coldest.
So we got a Daggers and a Da. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Like
Daggers die.
sure it ain't Dak Oldest. Dak.
No, I was I was thinking, you ever seen that dude that plays pro football? His name is the Coldest Williams or some shit like that.
There's a DeForest Buckner.
Yeah, no, his real name is D.A. Cold, Coldest. That's his first name. The Coldest.
The coldest.
Like, the Coldest. There's another guy they call him, his name is Kool-Aid.
I love black people.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way you get names like the coldest.
Oh,
All right, yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't know.
All right, cool. You already know what you're making. What class? Now this is Wild Mount, so there's other backgrounds and classes available to you. The coldest. Okay.
Get over here. Get over here. Hold on, one. Trying to get this damn done. Abigail, Grace, get your ass in the house. Come on. I'm kind of digging. I'm thinking about going bard, man. I really like playing a bard.
Bards are cool, man. We can always use a bard. Bards are awesome.
Or I could go Twilight Cleric.
We always need clerics, and Raven Queen is a dominant. Deity, so that, I mean, you can do that too.
Such a hard decision. It's not like picking which piece of fried chicken you want. I was actually thinking about taking Goldie and making him his early days, his level 2 and 3 days.
Making it the young Goldie.
Yeah.
I mean, in essence, you're doing that whole multiverse timeline hop when you do that. I don't mind. Remember, I was going to take Redgird, make a different Dwarven Paladin that's Redgird, except on another timeline at a different age. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Instead of Goldie, it's the coldest.
Right. So can I just take Goldie and break him down to level 2?
Sure. Basic starting equipment, best armor available to your class at level 2.
Yeah.
Max your hit points at level 2. And then, depending on where we're at end of session, as far as experience points wise goes, I'll just give you whatever experience points we're at the end of the session.
Okay, just equal up with them. Keep it on an even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, that makes things a little bit easier for me too, man. Because like this part of the adventure, it's okay. Like you can see, it can get rough. But like the next part of the adventure, once they land where they're going, I'm looking at the encounter tables that they got set up for this for levels 1 through 4. Okay. And granted, it's intended for a group of 4 or 5 players.
Not 3.
There's only 3 of us. Right. And I'm looking at these encounters, John, and I'm like, okay, that's a TPK. That's a TPK. That's a TPK. I'm like, son of a bitch.
There's that one.
Really?
Take that one completely out.
Yeah. Yeah, so a 4th will be good to have.
Yeah, dude. You know, I'm always game to play if I got the time. And my old lady encourages it. My wife, she encourages it.
Yeah, I think I can move from 4 to 8 max. 8 would be the latest I could play on Sunday, just because that night is the night I've got to see. Starting at 4, I would just have to take the weekends I have her. I can take Kimber home early before session starts. You know what I'm saying? And then after 8, I can do all the stuff I need to get Liam set up for school the next day. So yeah, honestly, JD was super cool with it. Mike, it was easy peasy. I think I was the toughest one to fit that into the schedule, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I am going to do it. So we'll bring you in.
Actually, I do appreciate the shit out of y'all.
What's that?
I said I sure do appreciate the shit out of y'all changing all of your stuff around to allow me to come back to the table.
No.
Oh, we ain't changing much, man. We got to keep this core together, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, having you back in the group, especially playing another bard, Come on, man. That's flavor to savor right there, baby.
Well, me and Mike, we've been doing this, what now, Mike, for every bit of 5 years.
Yeah, 3 years now.
Well, it's been longer than that. I've been separated from my wife longer than 3 years.
Yeah, Mike, I'm going on.
4 years.
We've been doing this for 3 years. You and I, Michael.
Okay, man, it's been 4 years then.
It's been like 5.
Because I started playing with y'all in 21.
And we
I know
started
exactly
playing,
1 month in May. Because that's when I went to the hospital.
I think we started playing in like at the end of 19, Mike. I was still living.
We at the end of 20 we started playing because I didn't start playing D&D again till June of 2020, and then you and I met on the crafting. You posted the
Yeah.
and we started crafting.
4 years.
Yeah, that was in the fall of 2020, and then we started playing at the end of 2020.
Yeah.
With, Sean and Lorne.
Yep. Yeah, so you're going on about 2 years, Rock. You're 2.5 probably, maybe 3. 'Cause we played together.
I'm getting real close to 3, buddy. Because I was in the hospital in 21. I started playing when I was in the hospital of May of 21.
Yep.
It was right before summer. Because I spent the whole fucking summer in there. And since May of 21, I've been down. So May of... Damn. It'll be 4 years in May. So I've been playing 3 and some change. Nice. That's a nice added element to the... Okay, cool. So that gives us a blood hunter, a paladin, a ranger, and a bard. That is a great mixture because we definitely need a tool monkey. We ain't got one.
I tell you, John, you playing a bard is your jam, man.
Dude, did you hear what I'm going to do and what Rocky's going to let me do? I'm taking Goldie from 10th level and I'm bringing him down to 2nd level.
Oh, I like Goldie. Yeah.
Goldie. Okay, so this is before your subclass, so you're not even an eloquence bard yet. So you're just a bard.
I'm just a pimp. I'm a pimp in training.
We might hit level 3 today, though.
Maybe.
I mean, we only need 435 points.
No, we need more than that. I think.
No.
435 points each, yes.
Yeah.
That is true. It depends. What time?
It's only 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, we very well might hit level 3 today. John, you're here. How fast can you break Goldie down?
Man, I got my book. I can go look at it right now. I mean, I won't have everything like written in stone, but I can look at it, level 1 spells and whatnot. I can look. I got all the source books. So
listen to me now. You already know the character. You got everything. You got stats already, I believe, and they were fair. They weren't like super crazy or anything. You got roughly 20 minutes.
bet. I got you right now. I'm already getting books out right now, my boy.
To put them together because I'm going to need them on the boat if we're going to get to the next level.
I'm already putting them together, my guy.
All right.
See, look, see that?
Because there's a bit of there's a bit of role play we're about to have here in the next once JD gets back and we return to Paleback. There's actually quite a bit of role play to be had. I'm gonna do a couple of dialogues. I hope I don't bore you all to death, and I get to do the old one NPC talking to another NPC thing where I get to talk to myself and that part. But other than that, I've been cooking this up in my brain for a minute. And this is the part where I said, guys, don't doubt what I'm doing. Just let me cook. Did JD say he's back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go. All right, yeah, John, get to work.
I'm already on it, my boy.
That's what's up. And I will see y'all in a moment's time. Okay. Let me get back here. Kill my camera. All right. So, inside the chest, the dragon. Go ahead and give me a history check, everybody. That's good enough. As you're looking around the cave, as Crimson is taking everything up out of the once trapped chest, which could only be untrapped with a prayer to Tiamat, you recognize the 5-headed white dragon. That is the symbol of Tiamat. And now you've learned, Dagos, that the cult of the dragon is involved with these bandits here that have infiltrated Pale Bank. Upon searching the dwarf, you do find a couple letters between him and his sister, Tully. And they were sent from... He was writing a letter to send to her that said he was going to return to Shady Creek Run, which is a village a bit south of Pale Bank. It's not as an upstanding of a village. It's kind of a frontier town. And you know that it's prone to...
It's run by gangs, you know.
It's prone to lawlessness. It's kind of an anything goes type of place, not so much as where Pale Bank is pretty much an upstanding village there, port village that's used for trade and for adventurers that seek to put an Isle Cross and seek fortune and fame there. Okay, inside of the chest, JD, I don't know if you caught this. There is a gilded scroll case. There's a jade statue of what looks like a storm giant statuette. Probably about, 10 inches long. Got a little, probably weighs about 5 pounds. Solid jade. There's a quiver with 10 arrows. And there's a silver jasper ring. You reach in and you pull out, there's 3 pouches. One is full of copper. One is full of silver. A smaller pouch, it has platinum coins in it. Another pouch has gold coins in it. You can count them now, or you can wait till you get back to the inn. It doesn't matter.
We should probably hurry
And there's
back.
also, what's that?
So I was just telling the others we should probably hurry back because we have merchants we want to go save.
All right.
Do you want, JD, do you want to check out that cavern before leaving the cave, though?
No, there's no point.
Okay.
Point.
As you guys go back across old Croker's cave here, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hey, Rocky, before the embers, as the embers die, is there anything on the body of the dwarf?
No, everything he owned was in that chest.
Gotcha. Okay.
There was that letter that he was writing to his sister that says he was going back to Shady Creek Run.
Okay.
And it also in the note, he said, I sold one of the vials to a merchant, blah, blah, blah. Made a quick 100 gold off of it. Yeah, his intention was to, in the letter he wrote to Tully, he called her a damn fool, said the damn vials you brought back have the woe in it. And he's sick, and she's probably sick too. He wants to go back to Shady Creek Run. He's heard that there's an antidote, but he's not sure. That he was leaving soon anyway. But as he was getting sicker, I need each of you to roll 3 Constitution saving throws as you cross that frigid water. One at a time. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Here's my first roll. That is going to be a 7.
All right. That water is so cold, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. What does that do? Reduce my movement?
No, it doesn't do movement yet. I believe it's just a disadvantage on ability checks at the moment.
And these are saving throws, or these are what?
Yeah, these are saving throws.
Oh, okay. There we go. Next one's going to be an 8.
You have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Jesus. Now you're
All right,
supposed
And out through the cavern, you hear, "You can do it." No, I'm just playing.
22 on the third roll.
Okay, you make it across to the other side with 2 levels of exhaustion. Let me pull that real quick so that I have it ready so I can tell you all what exactly it is.
Well, as a point of fairness, because I'm at the second level of exhaustion, wouldn't that affect my movement and therefore maybe incur another Constitution save?
I will tell you everything. No. Let me tell you what exhaustion does first. And then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, exhaustion. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. Yes, your speed is halved at level 2. Correct. All right, go ahead and roll me another Constitution save. It took you 1 more turn to get it out of the water.
Yeah. It's going to be a 15.
All right, you only have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
Dagas, as you emerge on the other side, that bitter cold feels like it just sapped the very strength out of you. And your speed is now halved, and you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Crimson, 3 Constitution saves, please.
18 for the first one.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for the second one.
Okay.
And a nat 20 for 23 for the final one.
All right. Your gears swim through that water fairly well unabated. Let me go ahead and roll Broogs real quick. That's really good.
Brute things.
1. Okay, Broog also emits from the water shivering with 1 level of exhaustion.
I guess I
I
should
failed
just.
one by 1 point. I got a 9. The DC actually was 10 on that, so Just those fragile elves. They're so slender that they don't have any extra meat to keep the heat.
Yeah.
So
Looks
you
at
guys
you
make
both.
your way out of
What?
Croaker Cave at a much slower pace. You managed to transverse the big log in the beginning fairly easy with the aid of your compatriots. And y'all work your way back to Palebank. Alrighty. Where's me book? Back to the Jolly Dwarf we go.
Okay. So we're making our way back to Palebrook.
Palebank, yes.
Bank. Palebank. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay hands on myself for 10 points.
That's what Gold is talking about, baby. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
Actually, that reminds me. I only have 6 hit points.
All right, you are back to full.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Brugge is going to use his other spell to cast Cure Wounds on himself. Ooh, match roll 8. So that gets me almost to full. Do you add your spellcasting modifier to Cure Wounds?
Yes.
And that gives me 11. So Brugge's almost full, but out of spells. Crimson, you just beat up, but you don't complain, I guess.
Nope.
Robots don't feel pain.
As I'm leaking
Oh.
oil out the back of my.
So you guys make your way back into town with the at a much slower pace than you first made it out. All right, yeah, this is all me. I got this from here. Where's the development at? There it is. Okay.
I see if the owner of the inn wants to buy that whiskey. That
Okay,
elven whiskey.
We'll get to all that as we
Okay.
as we get in here. You get back to the tavern around midday. Y'all set out very early, and it's fairly full, man. There's a lot of glass blades in there drinking, and you also see Elro over here in this back corner where. Go ahead and give me an Elro icon over here somewhere. There he is. He's sitting with some of his men. And he sees you guys enter the cavern kind of shivering and Crimson kind of gimping walking in. And he looks over and calls to you, gives you that hand signal. Over here.
Okay.
You stop at the bar where Ari is tending bar. Mr. Dagas? Where's the bar at in this place? Oh, there ain't a bar in this map. Okay, wow.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, there it is. All right. And Ari is actually that icon that I sent you with the happy-looking dwarf, JD? Maybe I didn't send it to you. Hold on.
I don't think you sent
Hold on. I did not. I will send it to you right now, though. Give me a momento. Where is it at? There it is. No, that was for somebody else. Okay, don't worry about it. Ari is at the bar. And he sees you approaching, Dagas, and he goes, "Well, damn boy, You're moving like me. Old or slow? What happened to you?
Well, I kind of was doing this Wim Hof thing where I got into too cold of water and it just started freezing up my joints.
Oh, you best get you a seat next to that fire there. Hypothermia is nothing to joke with out in this room. You know this.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Well, in our travels, I happened to come across this bottle of whiskey. I thought you might be of interest in.
And he looks and he goes, "Oh, Bald Dwarf. Oh, yeah, I'm interested. How much you wanting for it?" Cocks you an eye.
Mhm.
He says, "Now remember, old Ari takes care of y'all.
Yeah.
You might want to take care of old Ari."
I was thinking somewhere around about, as a point of fairness, somewhere around about 18 gold pieces.
I'll give you 15.
How about we call it 16 and call it a day?
I'll be damned. Roll a persuasion check.
That is a 10.
He says, yeah. What is that, 14? Or was it 15?
I would say that's 15, and I guess you bought yourself a bottle of whiskey.
He said, that's a fine right deal. I figured you'd see it that way. Fair trade and all, fair trade. So he gives you 15 gold for the Bald Dwarf whiskey.
Okay. Now, would I know of any? I mean, does it have any type of medicinal, like any type of, other than it can get you drunk? But is there anything else that's special about the bottle?
No, it's just very potent.
Dad, my bad. Okay. So I shot.
Hold on, son.
I already know how I'm going to come into the story. If it's all right, yeah. I'm done by the way.
Okay.
It was very simple.
Okay.
Hang on, sorry, you'll come in.
Crimson and
So as I enter the tavern, I'm immediately scanning for that family.
Yeah, the one with the little girl with the bear.
Yeah.
okay. Crimson and Broom, do you go over to Elro?
Yeah, I'll make my way that way, but I'm immediately scanning for that family.
Okay. Broom goes over and takes a seat next to Elro. As you're scanning, let me see. You do see. Go ahead, roll me a perception check.
Uh, 16.
What is it?
16.
All right. You see over here by the fireplace, there's those two aspiring musicians that were there the night before. They're about to start up a set. The twin little girls are over there. They like dancing and listening to the music. From where you're at, you don't see their mother or their father at this particular time.
That's fine. I'll approach the twins and ask them where their parents are.
Okay, as you come walking up to the girls, they look up to you and say, Daddy's doing business at that table. Mama's in the room. What's your name?
I'm Crimson. Which table?
The one to the, you see that long table to the north there of Gagos?
This one?
Yep, that one. He's sitting right there. And there's a couple of people talking business with him, a couple of looks like glass blades.
Yeah, so I'll immediately walk over and interrupt and just be like, I need the vial that you bought off the dwarf.
And he looks at you kind of awkward and he's like, and I didn't know that's how we greeted people in these neck of the woods.
Now, before it infects you.
And who the hell are you?
I am Crimson, currently of the Glass Blades. Regardless of who I am, if you don't hand over that vial, you will be infected, and you will continue to spread this plague. And that's going to be an intimidation roll.
At the word of that, one of the glass blades at the table gets up and starts making his way straight for Elro. You hear him calling out, Captain! And Elro is sitting there talking to Brug, and he looks up and he also comes over.
I got a nat 20 for a 21 intimidation.
All right, and Brug, as he's walking over, the one little girl with the doll is like, Fuzzy Bear! And she like makes some gestures at Brug, and Brug just kind of smiles at her. He pats her on her head as he walks by to join Elro and Crimson.
Yeah, I'll come once I'll come over here with the group.
Okay, you said you go to intimidate him?
Yeah.
He says you can save your fire and brimstone speech for somebody else. Now, wait a minute. You mean, how do you know about the vial I bought from the dwarf? And infected? What are you talking about? And Elros puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, Lyle, I need you to listen to me. Those vials, the one that you have, that Crimson here says you have, could be the source of a terrible ailment known as the frigid woe. I need that vial. And you see this, he looks from going from perturbed at Crimson on his face to listening to what Elro's telling him. And then this just dread comes over his face. He says, frigid woe? My whole family touched that vial. And he gets up and he runs up the stairs as fast as he can go. And Elro turns to you all. He says, you said there are two?
Yes, I currently have the other one contained.
On you.
Yes.
He turns and says, do me a favor. You throw it in that fire now. He said, I will tell you what I know about the frigid woe. He says it comes from Islecross. How and where, I do not know.
It actually comes from Aor.
And you do know.
Yes.
So tell me, is it true that there is an antidote?
That I am unaware of.
He says, huh. Well, that's two parts of the puzzle because it is an uncommon occurrence, but adventurers in Islecross have contracted it. And I know that an antidote does exist, but where to look for it, that I could not help. It appears you might have an idea. What is this Iowa?
You mean Aor?
Iowa's a
Oh,
city.
you said Aor. Okay, well, yeah, we know the whole damn islands of Islecross, which it was Aor.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that. It's like, yeah, well,
The fuck are you talking
I,
about?
I know where it originates from. And then you see Lyle and his wife, Moira. The twins' names are Mara and Mirror, by the way. Come hustling down the stairs. And in his hands, Lyle has a small pouch. And he starts to open it up to pull the vial out. And Elro's like, no. Don't expose it any more than it's already been exposed. And do as I just told you, Crimson. Throw those vials in the fire. You see, the woe is a product of those crystalline spores that are inside the vial. Fire will burn it and fire will destroy it. But not once it's infected somebody. Once infected, without the antidote, I'm afraid there's not much that can be done. He says, please, if you will give me a few moments with the family. And Lyle throws his vial in the fire, and you see the wife starting to get angry, and she's like, what do you mean? And she wails, and she runs over past Elro and Brug and grabs both of her twin daughters, and she's just bawling. And they're like, what's wrong, Mommy? What's wrong? And she's just like, no, 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 no. She's all freaked out. So Brug sees this and listens to Elro. Come on, damn it, get off that unlock. What is going on with my screen today? Quit. And he walks over here and sits down. Lyle throws his pouch and that vial into the fire. Elro sidesteps and gestures for you to do the same, Crimson.
Yeah, which I will. I'll walk over and carefully pull the vial out, toss it in the fire.
Dagas, you're seeing all this. What do you want to do?
I know the effects of those vials, and I'll comfort the family by saying, "We'll get you, checked out. We'll find the best healer in the area to take a look at you." I comfort the family.
As you say that, Elro looks at you again and much more sternly than last time. He says, if you would, some privacy. Meaning leave this table where him and Lyle are talking. The mother's over here in the center of the room still holding her kids, but they're just starting to walk over there to the table.
Okay.
Thank you. You've known Elro Aldatar your whole life. And you understand that when he speaks, you should listen because he's a badass and he is the leader of this village.
Okay.
So, when you see him sit down with the family and they start to discuss some things. And you can make a couple insight checks if you'd like as you're watching the reactions of the.
I would
The
absolutely like
family.
to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think a 4. I don't think I'm gonna pick up on what they're throwing down.
You can tell they're distressed.
I got a 21.
And you can tell by what Elro's saying, even though you can't hear it, that what he's telling them is not good. He's being very forthright with them. And after some time, he stands up and turns, and you just kind of see this look of grief on his face. He's like, and then he walks back over to y'all's table. He says, Pale Banks, you're dead. You all did very well, discovering that it was the woe. If I were any of you, if you come in contact with any of those vials, be aware of its signs if it starts to show. As I agreed, he pulls out 3 pouches of 50 gold each, and he tosses it on the table. He says, it pains me, I cannot be of more help. He said, not being stretched thin due to the troll attacks to the south and needing more glass blade here, I would send a patrol out to Islecross to maybe possibly search for the antidote, but without knowing where to look, it's a needle in the haystack. I wouldn't even know which island to start on. Dagus, you suddenly remember. You have Ergon's journal.
Mm-hmm.
And Ergon was an explorer who went to Islecross and brought this shit back. And maybe there's something in the journal that might let y'all know
Where to start?
where that needle in that haystack possibly is.
Okay. Well, I'll pull out the journal then.
Elro says, what is that?
Oh, it's some notes that Ulgron, is it Ulgron or Ulgrol?
It's Ergon.
There we go. Okay. Had noted down from his exploration. I wanted to see if there was maybe some clues as where these vials originated from.
His eyes get big, and he's like, "Let me see that."
I hand it right over to him because he's the
He
lead.
flipped right to the last entries and starts working his way backwards. And the name of that island. Yeah, I passed that, couldn't I? Why do I keep jumping to... Oh, there it is. All right. It reads here that Ergon and an adventuring pal of his named Orvo. They were traveling in Islecross and in Cyrenla, and in its last chapters, it reads that him and this dwarf named Orvo had found what appeared to be a half-sunken lab where they got the goods. He would have liked to have explored more, but they were turned back from the place's defenses. He says, "There's your needle." He says, "Okay." He looks at the three of y'all, looks at the shape you're in, and he's like, "I cannot rightly ask y'all to travel to Islecross. You're accomplished, but I've seen veteran warriors take that journey and never return. Take your rest here. Let me think on this." And he walks and he leaves, and he hails to a couple of glass blades.
Almost Columbo style. I go, one moment. Where would we be able to get some items appraised here in the village?
He said, "Oh,
Or would I know that because I'm a native?"
well, there was Pelks, but you found that person dead in session 1, remember?"
Yeah.
And he says, he said, "If not for your ill timing, I imagine Leal over there would be fairly good at it. But mind you, he just found out his family and him might be facing a death sentence." And he turns and walks off. He says, "Don't leave the inn. I'll be back."
And I'll pull the sacks out, empty them out on the table, and count it out.
All right. That's on the other page. Sorry. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. There's 415 copper pieces, 234 silver pieces, 43 platinum pieces, and 112 gold pieces.
That was 415 copper.
Yep.
And what?
247 silver.
234 silver, 43 platinum pieces, and 112 gold pieces.
I begin separating it into equal piles. 3 of them.
Okay. In his grief with his wife, and children, Lyle happens to look up and sees y'all counting coins out and seeing the bags of coin that Elro threw on your table. He approaches you. He says, "You all forgive my crassness. I did not know who you were. And tell me that there's something you can do about this disease. I understand that it came from Islecross, yes. And there can be a cure found there?"
Potentially.
He says, well, I tell you this. I'm a merchant and I have wares and I have plenty of gold. I see you can appreciate coin. If you would take that trip, if you would go and try to find this cure, I would reward you well.
Keep your money, friend. We're doing it for the good of everybody.
If there's a cure to be found, we will find it.
He says, "Oh, my thanks. Roll a perception check."
17.
19.
As he's saying this, you glance over at the wife who's holding the children, and she stands up And she's got a look on her face that's stone cold angry. And she comes marching over, turns Leo to her, and slaps the living shit out of him. Smack! She says, if you will reward them, no, Leo Merchant, you will give these men every opportunity to succeed to save our children. And she turns and storms off and goes running up the stairs. And he's just kind of standing there in shock, rubbing his face. And he goes running after her. And you see the two girls, they're still sitting at that table kind of perplexed, looking at each other like they know something's wrong, but they don't know exactly what's wrong.
Right.
Right, they're not old enough to understand death yet.
Or that they've contracted a fucking
Yeah.
a fucked up disease.
So we each get
And if you-
139 copper, 70 silver,
Okay,
14
139 copper. How much silver?
70,
70 silver. Okay.
14 platinum, and 38 gold.
And 38 gold. You also have 50 gold from Elro each. So that's 88 gold. All right. A few moments later, the wife comes down the stairs, dragging a bag. Leo chasing behind her. And she comes storming over to the table. She said, and she looks you all in the eye. She says, "Can you save my girls? Will you save my girls? Will you at least try?"
We will give it. We will give it
promise to
our
save
all.
them, but we can try.
She says, "That is all I needed to hear." She says, "My husband will not reward you. He will aid you." And she starts pulling shit out of this bag and slapping it on the table until she's done. And she turns the bag over and shakes a few more times, and then two healing potions clatter out onto the table as well. She says, "Take these. May they aid in your journey, and may they bring you success." Damn you, Lyle Merchant. For once, be a father and not a merchant. You see it just hit him in his face, and he looks at the table, and the realization of what's actually happening sinks in, and he just nods and he says, "I'm sorry, Moira." And they walk back over to the table that they were sitting at and just kind of sit down, and after her anger passes, she just leans into him. On the table.
I go over to Lyle and I say, well, one of the things that you can absolutely help us with is maybe you can appraise these items that we found as we were doing our investigation.
He looks up after consoling Myra and he goes, yes, absolutely. Let me tell you what you have, what I've just given you. They're good items. They're not great. I suspected one of them would fetch a small fortune here in this land. Where I'm from originally, it's not worth much, but that can wait. Let me see what you have.
Okay. I unpack the scroll, the quality scroll case, the jade statue, the 10 arrows, and the jasper ring.
Okay. He goes, "Oh, okay, Jasper, that's a rare ring indeed." He said, "I don't know what it's worth around here. Where I'm from, it's worth about, you could get 50 gold for this ring. That is very fine craftsmanship." The arrows, he grabs and he pulls one out. And he's like, "Ooh, give me a moment with the arrows. He sets them back down.
Okay.
He's like, the jade statue? Oh, okay. I'm not a rare Jasper, but that's still about 25 gold pieces, I would say, give or take.
Okay.
The gilded scroll case.
Is there anything inside the case?
He just looks at you and he's like, you didn't look? He pops the cap open.
I'm kind of exhausted.
He pops the cap open and he slides out it looks like a scroll, and he goes to unroll it and he's like, oh, this is different indeed. And inside the case is a star map of the multiverse.
Oh,
He says, I don't know what the map is worth. He says the case alone with its filigree and gold, I'd take no less than 15 gold for it.
Okay.
So the case is worth 50.
priceless.
Well, I look at Crimson and it's like, well, maybe we should keep the scroll and go ahead and get rid of the ring and the statue.
These are all items from Aor, right?
Yes.
I look at him and say, you'll do no such thing.
After a few moments, Lyle tinkers around with the arrows, and you see him mumbling some incantations. And he goes, yeah, so I thought. He's like, these arrows are enchanted. They'll fly truer and strike harder than your average arrow will. It's half a quiver of +1 arrows.
Okay. So Crimson has a crossbow, and what's the range weapon of your character? That's longbows. Okay.
Okay. As you're over there looking at that, in front of you, Crimson and Brug, there were some items placed out of that bag. There are 2 heal potions. There's a white oak shield, gilded in bronze, with an emblem of an eye, and it looks like sun coming from behind it. There's a heavy crossbow with an iron bow and an interesting looking cranking mechanism that would draw the string to load the bow. It's very well crafted. You discern it possibly of dwarven make. There is a 3-inch cube in the middle of the table that looks like it's made of brimstone. There's one other thing. What was it? Hold on. Yes. And there is a metallic hooded bullseye lantern. So that was shield, cube, crossbow, and lantern, correct? Yep, that's all of it. Okay. After Leo tells you how much it is, and he's like, if you need gold for this trip or you're short, I did very well earlier this month. I have gold. I'd be willing to buy the statue, the scroll case, and the ring off you, if you wish. He says, in the meantime, come look at my wares. And he laughs a little bit to himself. And he approaches the table. He tells you, this, and he picks it up. He says, I thought to retire off this in this place. Like I said, it is a common item, but here, I figured its value would have tripled. It's a thermal cube. And if you say its command word, it will heat an area of maybe 15 to 20 cubic feet to 90 degrees. Will warm an entire living quarter, basically, well, a normal one, especially in the winter months. He says the crossbow I picked up in Uthadern, it is dwarf crafted. It's hand cranked. The dwarf that forged it, he told me it wouldn't make you hit any better, but because of the iron bow construction and the cranking mechanism, it packs a little extra pump, a little extra oomph. This non-magical heavy crossbow deals an additional +1 of non-magical damage. Says the lantern, it's an ever-bright lantern. What's the problem with lanterns, right? You go down, you're exploring a cave, you get too deep, you run out of oil, then you don't have light. Then it doesn't do any good. He's like, this lantern, it's fueled by a piece of dragon shard. You say the command word, Ilu, and he says it, and boom, this 120-foot cone of light beams out from the lantern. 60 foot of it is bright, the other 60 foot of it is dim light. He says it works underwater, it never runs out of fuel. Hence the term, ever bright lantern. He said, this last piece, this would hold its value anywhere, but I brought it anyway. That is the Sentinel Shield. Anyone who uses it, it'll heighten your awareness. You know? Make you pay a little more attention to what's going on around you. Helpful. By any means. But please, take these. Just help my family.
Okay.
And Elro comes walking back in, and he walks over to the table where y'all are standing. And grim-faced, he looks at Leo and he says, Leo, I'm sorry. He said, I don't have anybody that I can send to Islecross. And Leo turns, he says, no, they're going. And he points at you guys. And Elro looks over to you and he goes, you're going. You all do know Islecross is hard and full of danger. So you agree?
Agree. We agree.
And he nods. He's got a kind of a proud look in his eyes. He looks over at you three. He said, I had a feeling that you probably would. He says, I'm going to arrange passage for you. There's a ship in. It's called the Remorse. It's a whaling vessel, but it's already bringing a group over to the mainland there. Over to Islecross. Some explorers, a few folk. It departs in the morning. I would suggest investing in heavy furs. It's cold there. Much colder than it is here.
Well, then we'll go get the heaviest fur outfits that we can, and we'll start stocking up for the trip.
He says Pelks is reopened. Her niece has just come into town. She'll be taking over the general store there. So prepare yourselves and best of luck to you and Godspeed. And he takes Lyle by the hand, or he takes Lyle by the shoulder and it's like, there's time. And that's what you hear him say as he's walking away. He says, from my understanding, it's not immediate. There's time. So from the time of contraction
7 days.
Depending on the no, it's actually much longer than that. By the person's constitution, you know, a small child who's in great health, never been sick, it could take 60 days. 40, so you're looking at between 30 and 60 days, depending on how healthy the person is. They'll start to show signs in a few weeks. The blue veins and stuff that you saw on Holgi and Tully and all that, it starts biting into their movement progressively. The worse afflicted you are, the less you're moving. It like drops by a quarter, and then by half, and then by 3/4. And then by the time it's run its course, you're a frozen statue. So what do you all wish to do next?
Well, let's go get those. Let's go get ready for the trip and go to the Pelts and get the heaviest fur gear that we can.
Okay. So you guys decide after a while to you've divvied up your. Did y'all want to sell the? I know Crimson had a kind of he didn't want to sell it thing. Like, what's going on there? How are y'all working that out?
Well, I was thinking we'd keep the gilded skull case with the multi-universe map. And,
okay. Okay, so you want to? How about the statue and the Jasper ring?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell those.
Okay, so that's 75 gold. That's 25 more gold each. That brings us to 113.
Yeah. How about the everlasting lantern? Obviously, Crimson could use that.
Yeah.
And Brogue could use the arrows.
Okay, from the. All right, I'll take 10 plus 1 arrows.
Yeah, and.
Hold on, let me get back down to the. But you're the only one that uses a shield.
Yeah.
Okay. So the lantern, Crimson takes. You take the shield. There's also anyone use a crossbow besides Crimson?
Nope, that's just me. So.
All right. Well, by default, Crimson gets the crossbow. And the thermal cube is definitely a party item.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just circle that. We know we have it. Y'all can decide who's carrying it. We have time before we leave it out for that. Okay. So as you guys start to leave to go get no, you're still sitting there sorting out your belongings, and when Morrow, the child with the doll, appears at your side. Sneaky little one, that one. And she says, "Real Fuzzy Bear?" She's talking to Broog. Broog, right? Broog? And Broog says, "Yes, me, Broog." She said, Are you going somewhere to help us? I hear Mom and Dad talking about it. You're going somewhere dangerous to help us?" And she's looking at each of you. Y'all can speak too. I don't like talking to myself.
Well, I'm at Pelts getting the thing. So I guess.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And Broog looks at the little girl and says, he nods, "Yes. I'll cross. Very dangerous." And she kind of looks down, and you know how kids fidget when they're nervous about something. She's sitting there fidgeting and kind of rocking back and forth, and she goes, Is it dark there?" Broog kind of tilts his head. And nods. He goes, yes. Sometimes. It is dark. And then you see her she stills her will a little bit. She goes, okay. And she holds out this little stuffed teddy bear. She says, you take Mr. Fuzzy Bear. Because he makes the dark not that scary. He'll help real Fuzzy Bear. Brooke kind of looks at her. He says, Brooke feel better already. You know, Fuzzy Bear take good care of Brooke. Thank you. He takes the little doll and kind of looks at it and stuffs it into his belt. And she smiles real big. And then runs back over to her family. Then her dad, Lyle, looks up and looks at his daughter and then looks at Brooke. And you see him just kind of smile and nod. He comes walking over to the table. He says, that doll. He said, it's enchanted too. It helps people when they're scared. And with that, he walks away. So this is what we got. We got a Sentinel shield. We got a thermal cube. We got a crank arm crossbow. We have an Everbright lantern. And that doll is actually a cuddly Strixhaven mascot doll. And I'll send a little pictures of all these items to y'all here in a moment. So yes, you have the rest of the day to gather your gold. You have your wealth. You can get any equipment you want to get within reason. 113 gold pieces. Oh yeah, there's also 2 heal potions. Who's hanging on to those?
I guess I'll hang on to those.
Okay. And Dagas is holding the potions. Okay. Yeah, you are kind of the de facto healer in the group. Well, I can heal too, just not much. All right. Before we start into our next...
heal potion is, it's like, what is that, some kind of oil that you drink? But
That's exactly what it is. Okay, again, like I said, please, guys, don't think that I'm, like, power dumping on you guys. I'm not. All these items are common magic items. Every one of them. Except for the shield, which is uncommon. The shield. The Sentinel shield. Dagas will give you advantage on wisdom perception checks and advantage on initiative.
nice.
Sounds good.
The cube, I told y'all how the cube works. You say the command word, y'all know it. It emits 95-degree temperature in a 15-foot cube. Or maybe it's radius. No, just 15 foot from the center, it is radius. From the center of the cube will emit heat. Or no, it fills a 15-foot cube is what it does. With enough heat to be 95 degrees. It'll maintain that heat even in a snowstorm.
Good for melting through ice.
It didn't say it melts through ice.
Yeah, but if you make it 95 degrees...
I guess it would. Yep, now that I think about it, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I've already told you what the Everbright Lantern does. We know +1. Okay. All right, man, and that's it. So, now comes the fun part. We go and go to Pelk's Curiosities and spend your money, what you want to get. Besides heavy winter furs. heavy winter first.
Well, if we're going into like deep snow area, then we should definitely get like snowshoes.
Okay.
I know this is like old school D&D, but
Crampons.
crampons, yeah. 10-foot pole.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good biking walking stick.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I have a quarterstaff. Comes with my background,
Yeah, that would work.
so I'm definitely getting my quarterstaff.
All we're gonna need: furs, snowshoes, crampons, and some type of walking staff.
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna need.
Okay, a quarterstaff I believe is like 10 silver pieces or something like that.
Not
Yeah,
even
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So cold weather gear. Okay. John, your character. Let me before we buy all this up, because I think we will be able to bring you in now. Because what time are we at?
At 2:25
Oh yeah, we're good on time. That is what is up.
or 3:25 your time.
4:25 our time.
Oh, it is 3:25. Okay, well we're getting close. No, we probably won't get to leave out. We'll probably put a pin in it here tomorrow morning. John, I planned on bringing your character in on the Ramoras. As I said, there are some other adventurers that were headed to Islecross.
Yeah, you can bring me in at the tavern. I could be singing a song against some other two bards.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. Well, I will bring in your character, and that's how we'll end today's session. So, let me see. Winter gear, snowshoes,
Crampon.
a climbing kit.
I don't think I have
I
an
would-
icon for.
What's that, JD?
I don't have an icon for Goldie.
Oh, I got one. Give me 2 seconds.
Just make a
blue cobalt.
Cobalt.
I got
Blue
you, bro.
cobalt.
I
That's it.
sent you. I told you I found his picture. Do you remember? I sent it to you.
Blue cobalt, the 3-piece pinstripe suit.
Yes, the one that's pimped out.
Yeah.
The one that's. I will send. I will post all of these pictures in the group chat after session. That way, everyone knows what they got. Oh yeah, it's a badass picture of Goldie. You'll love it. You'll love it. And he's blue. He got the vest on. He got the gold chain. He's pimped out. Okay, so you know that Islecross, Goldie. This is why you come here. It was once the floating land or city. It wasn't a city. It was a land, wasn't it? Actually,
No,
like
it
a
was
floating.
It was a floating city.
Okay.
One of
It was a
the,
floating
like,
city
three major ones.
from the Age of Arcana that during the calamity crashed and formed these crashed across these isolated islands known as Islecross. It is a Arctic-y, cold, covered in snow and ice year-round region. But you got word that people go out there and they find these artifacts and magics from way long ago, and they break the bank. When they get home with some of this stuff, it's like retirement time. Just the regular old non-magic stuff that comes from this area sells at like triple the price it would just because it's Aeorian. All right, so people go to this land willing to risk it all for the fame and the fortune. So just to give your character an idea of why he would even be on this trip, Goldie trying to pay, baby. Or what's his name? Dakota's trying to get paid, baby. You about to be up there like, I really am the coldest. It's fuck up here. Yeah, you about to be the real the coldest. All right, guys, let's see. For full weather gear, climbing packs, extra staff. Get 15 gold off of your total.
Okay.
15 gold. We're not running on the gold now. There it is. Just go ahead. We're at 113, so make it an even 100 gold pieces. Because you're going to need gold when you get to Outcross too. You just don't know it yet.
Okay.
All right, and y'all get geared up, and doesn't take you much time. You get back to the Jolly Dwarf Inn. It's around dinner time now. The place is starting to fill up with people. You don't see the families. They've retired to their room to just spend time with each other and realize what's going on. But the place is full, man. It's got patron tavern goers and people from the village and glass blades. There's a couple of bards in there, the ones that have been in there that, they kind of suck. But you can also see some other people in there, some adventurers that you haven't recognized. It looks like there's a couple of the wild folk from down south in the Graying Wildlands that may have come up, kind of drinking, staying to themselves. A couple of big, burly, barbarian-looking brothers, and you see a small elfin female you don't recognize, wearing, what you would recognize as maybe caster's robes with a fur cloak, and standing in the middle of the room talking to these two musicians is a little blue kobold. Let me post this real quick because I gotta find his picture because it's pretty awesome. It's gonna take me a second to find it. It's under screenshots. There we go. It won't take me long now. So what are y'all doing?
Well, I definitely need to get some rest. I'm exhausted.
Yes. If you ask Ari about that, he does tell you a room has come open.
Okay. Well, let's take that room. I want to definitely get some rest.
There it is. Sharing this in the group chat now. Send. Go ahead and check out the group chat. John, tell me what you think.
I don't know how to get back to it. Hold on. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to get back to it.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
JD, you see it? Michael, you see it?
I see it.
What do y'all think of that picture?
That's a good picture.
It's badass, John. You'll see it.
I'm trying to get to it right now.
Right.
That'll work.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, is that's legit.
That'll work.
All right. Okay. That's a pimp kobold if I've ever seen one. Let me send the rest of this stuff over in the group chat real quick too while I got it open. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. There's all the items right there if y'all want to take a peek at those. And there he is, chilling in the middle of the room. All right. The coldest? What are you doing?
Well, you see, I'm talking to these two gentlemen right here that look like they fixing to go up on the stage and kind of do their thing, and I'm trying to convince them that there's no need for them. Well, I guess they can play a song or two apiece before I go up on the stage, because once the coldest goes up, baby, there is nobody to follow.
All right. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay. 26.
Okay, the one that's holding the loop looks at you and says, "Man, we're just kind of playing around here, you know, just."
Well, if that's the case, then just get up on stage and follow my lead. I'll set the beat and you play the tune, and let Goldie, the coldest, be the coldest one in the room, baby.
All right, yeah. They walk you up here. This is about the closest thing to a stage there possibly could be, and they start to play.
No, hold on. Let me introduce ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing tonight? I just want to introduce myself. I am Goldie, the coldest, and this is my band for the evening. We are here to put on a show and let the light glow, baby, because Goldie is gonna let it shine tonight for your entertainment, one time only. And if you feel free to put some coin in this here hat, by all means, Goldie will appreciate that too, baby. Yeah. All right.
All right, give me a performance check.
Not a problem. That's gonna be a 27.
What do you perform? Because it's
first-
awesome. You're doing the deal.
I'm going to turn around and set the beat like this. I'm going to tell them, say, all right, boys, let's follow suit. I'm going to set you off and y'all follow through. Okay. Been rolling down the street in my 6'4". I'm checking for bitches. I'm checking my hoes. And I get them to play the NWA.
Oh my God. Rolling down the street in my 6'4". Slacking a hole. Knuckleheads outside cold shooting some hoops. Yeah, okay. You nail it. You nail it. And most everybody in the bar just like is looking at you, and it might not be their flavor. Like, it was well performed. You was on beat. You hit your dance steps. And this elf sitting there next to you kind of looks at you and goes, "Checking the hose?"
Oh, yeah. The ladies, the ladies of the night. Everybody likes a good visit from the ladies of the night.
The winches? Is that what you're... Oh.
Sometimes they can put on.
He's like, yes, we don't have many ladies of the night here. Shady Creek Run? They would have definitely appreciated that performance. It was well done. It was well done. I don't know if this is your...
Well, let's do some of this then. And I turn and we do Lionel Richie's "Hello."
Okay. Okay. Give me another performance check, please. Is it me you're looking for?
18.
And with that, several people do come up and Do you have a hat or something to collect the coin in when you mentioned that?
Yeah, it's sitting down in front of us, right there in front.
Okay. Ah, you get 5 gold pieces.
Nice.
Couple big tippers in there.
Yeah, and then we perform for a couple of, an hour or so. Just apparently slow jams. Yeah.
I mean, you
Throw
can
some,
get a beat. I just don't know if Gangsta at the top of the list is going to move a bunch of frontier folk.
Goldie as a young man was very rash and naive to the world.
Well, that's good. You get to learn about it.
Was not yet seasoned yet. He is just an aspiring
Young bard.
young man.
All right, Goldie, go ahead and, as you are naive to the world and you're just learning the ropes yourself, you're kind of, in civilized places, you're kind of used to being the odd man out, being a kobold.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
you know how most of your family are. Ain't a lot of them too bright. They kind of have a bad rep. You're definitely the best dressed person in this place. But as you're scanning the crowd, thinking, man, what can I do to make these people pay me? You look across the way. Give me a perception check. Hell, you don't even need it at this distance. And what you originally thought was just a knighted up, armor wearing adventurer, you can see through some movements and machinations, there is a war for there's
I've
an
straight up got an oil can
Aormathron.
out on the table, like oiling my joints.
Yeah, sitting across from you, about 5, 10, about 20 feet away, there's a living, breathing, what you would think a robot construct. You've never seen anything like it before in your.
Would I be able to sing after noticing this and singing the song? I just want to, and knowing that and thinking that, with my naivety, I would do the Mr. Roboto Domo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll a performance check. Let's see if person catches it.
25.
Okay, this little kobold pops down on the floor, does a couple breakdance spins, and pops up and starts hitting Mr. Roboto with the robot dance moves. And he's looking at you like, come on, get it. My camera's off. He jigging and doing Domo Roboto, trying to get Crimson to come out and dance with him. Roll a persuasion check.
Hold on 1 second. Persuasion check. I gave
Crimson
you
is entirely too beat up to care.
an 18.
Okay. You see where this kobold is getting at. He's noticed you, Crimson, and he's doing this roboto dance, and he's like trying to get you to dance. And you being too beat up to care, you don't care. You're not going to go dance. But you do appreciate his effort. Would you like to acknowledge him at all? With an 18 persuasion check.
Yeah, I'll nod my head and flip him a gold coin.
All right.
Actually, no, I'll take that back. I'll flip him a platinum.
Oh, Goldie, a platinum coin lands in your hand.
Ooh wee! I like the sound of that noise when it hits my hands, baby.
You now, in your mind, I think I just found who I need to be talking to. Go ahead.
All right.
Slide up to the table and introduce yourself. Moonwalk.
Motherfucker. So yeah, I tell the boys,
I go up to the two fellas playing my backup, and I'm see. Now, see, that's how you command a room, young boys. Now, I'm gonna leave it up to you, cause Goldie's time on stage is through. All right, so this is for your troubles right here, and I find the two smallest and littlest, like the cheapest coins that I can find, and give it to them, and then turn around, walk off, and go sit at the table with the robot. And I look at the robot and say, you must be the one I'm looking for, because that nice coin you slapped in my hand is exactly what Goldie needs. It was nice and cold, baby. And if you can get some of this, I want to be with you, because I need to get some too. Yeah. Where y'all to? Y'all not by chance going into the aisles, are you?
We are.
Ooh-wee. Then I am sitting at the right table. My name is Goldie the Coldest. How are you?
We're good. I have enjoyed your performance. It's well choreographed.
Oh, well, thank you. I put a little time and a little effort into my performance. You know, Cobalt's name don't go very far unless you have a little about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. Yeah.
You definitely
Okay.
don't talk like a kobold.
Do what?
I said you definitely don't talk like a kobold.
Oh no, I'm not your average one, if you will say. I would like to consider myself a little worldly, if you will. Yeah. I like to mingle. I like to be one who can get you what you need if you need it when you need it, because that's what I do, baby. Goldie, the cold one. And I'm kind of leaning back in the chair and like pull on my, you know what I'm saying? On my vest. I'm a purveyor of fine goods. And for the right price, they might do you right. You never know. But hey, it's always worth a try.
All right.
Just talking to this guy.
Okay. Intros are made. You all just through conversation have realized that this odd little kobold is going to be on the same boat y'all are on. I'll cross it is. You have 300 experience points, fellas, each. So
How much? 300?
300.
Puts us at 765.
What's it put us at?
765.
Thank you, sir. So, John, you have 765 experience points.
Okay. All right.
We're all going to start even keel. You're still second level. You're close to third. You getting there. What is third anyway? 9?
Yeah.
Oh, we close. Yeah. With that is where we're going to pin it today. Yeah, it's 4:00 now, isn't it? Just about. Yep. Yeah, I got to get the dinner rolling for the families. All right. So that's it for today, gentlemen. How did you enjoy our session?
It was good. Thank you.
Oh, so